What's up, everybody?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay, we always got to do that. Always.
Always.
Always got to do that. All right.
Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me? No?
Oh, can't hear you.
Yeah, that's because somebody fucked with my levels.
There you go.
That's wonderful.
There you go.
Let me turn this down a little bit right here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody. This is the FU Podcast. It is episode 178. I am the host, Devin Ewart, and along with Patrick Martin.
Hey.
Andy couldn't be here because he had COVID for the 18th time.
He's. That's what he's doing.
COVID's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And we have two extraordinary guests taking the center stage. First up is Kevin Ngame, a 24-year-old personal trainer from Texas.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
With the flair of languages. You speak 4 languages?
Yes, sir.
Is that
Yes,
true?
sir.
Is this
Yeah.
factual? Has this been
This is
proven?
facts. Yes. Yeah, we can fact check it.
Don't start talking to me in those languages.
Hey, you were there.
I would have no idea.
So you're making waves in the fitness fashion world. Wants to be owner of a gym.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
And Kevin's diverse interests range from family and music to sports and fashion. Not to mention he has some unique guilty pleasures, including root beer, Casamigos, and Doritos. Hopefully not all at the same time.
That's a crazy goal.
I don't like the next sentence.
Yeah, I don't either. And he's a Marvel enthusiast.
Oh, yeah. I saw the posters. I instantly knew I was in there.
Yeah.
We did that just to piss Andy off because he is the biggest Marvel fan ever. Let's see. Joining Kevin is his brother Kirk.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 19-year-old aspiring content creator, college student from Grapevine, Texas. Kirk's passions span from cars and conspiracy theories. This ought to be good podcast.
Oh, my God.
To sports, and his favorite beverage is none other than root beer.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even know Kevin put that. I'm not gonna.
No, that's
lie.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's
you said
actually
that.
crazy.
That's
I'm be
wild.
honest.
That's
I'm
wild.
be honest.
With a shout out to Labatt's.
Labatt.
Kirk is bringing his own unique flair to the show. Hey, wait, you can't be drinking no bats. You freaking 19.
Hey, you like Labatt's?
No, he
Yeah, you
shouted
just
it
caught
out.
that?
I just
Shouted
shouted
it
it
out.
out.
Dude,
Put no words.
man.
Shout out.
He's
Labatt's.
spreading
I love Labatt's.
Yes.
I really do.
And it's funny that you like Labatt. So my family, I have a lot of family up in the New York, Pennsylvania area, and that's like the first time I ever had Labatt's because it like runs like fucking water up there.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, man, this shit is good. And then I get down here and I'm like, man, there's no beer that's even close.
That's true.
It's I don't know what it is about it, but
I want
can
to get me
hammer
a
some
keg one
Labatt's.
night and just drink all of it.
All right, everybody, get ready for a roller coaster of entertainment as the
Yes,
FU
sir.
Podcast episode 178 promises to dive deep into the lives, passions, and intriguing stories of these two fascinating guests. So buckle up for an unforgettable night filled with fitness, fashion, sports, conspiracy theories, and much more. Welcome to the FU Podcast.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
And
Thank
yes,
you. Thank
Molly,
you.
okay.
Thank you.
Oh, shit, we got people.
Yeah, Molly.
What we got?
Molly says, my dad and oh my God, my dad and daddy and my new friends. That's my daughter.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Molly?
Yeah, that's my. Yeah,
What's happening, Molly? How
What's
you
happening?
doing?
That's my
Hi,
damn
Molly.
daughter.
Hey.
Jericho's back. What's up, Jericho? Jomari, how you doing?
Jomari.
Oh,
Jomari.
well, I didn't know.
You got to roll the R.
I can't roll the R.
Jomari.
Jomari. There. How about that? So, anyway, we're gonna start something new.
Okay.
We're gonna start something new.
Sounds fucking dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Scary.
But I mean, before we talk to Kevin and Kirk.
Why do you say like
No,
that?
Why do you say it like that?
Why you say like that?
That's the way.
You gotta explain
That's,
yourself.
that's the way that.
Way to start the fucking show off.
Yeah, no. That's the way that what's your face calls you.
Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Yeah. Kimberly, are you here?
Hey, Kirk.
Hey, shout out to Kimberly.
Okay,
man. Shout
so
out to
anyway, we're gonna start something new every week, and we're gonna have Andy's PSAs. separate. Andy's PSAs,
Uh-huh.
and then we're gonna have Devin's relationship advice.
Oh fuck, that's scary.
And then
Okay.
and then we're gonna have Patrick's deep thoughts and affirmations.
Oh man.
An affirmation.
And this is
Sounds
gonna be
fucking dangerous.
This is gonna be good too. It really is
Because Patrick did it, so therefore it must be good.
hell yeah.
Did you have to spell anything?
Actually, I had to write out a little script.
Right.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Did you
I
write
had
it out or did ChatGPT?
Uh-oh.
to- Yeah.
Like how much involved in the AI universe are you?
No, I wrote it out completely. It was
How
just
vested are
completely
you?
Me.
Hey,
How
did see
deep are
those-
you in?
It's completely me. Andy's here. Andy, how you doing, fuckhead?
Hey, Andy,
So-
where you at, man?
Andy, I got a question for you, man. 2023, how you still getting COVID?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biden said it was over.
Yeah, he got rid of it, remember?
he got
He
rid
banned
of
it.
Yeah, he got rid of it.
Shadow
He
banned
snapped out of existence like Thanos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Nice
it's,
reference.
It's only Andy that fucking gets COVID.
No,
No,
literally.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like
Hey,
I
and the,
said,
and the sad part is he lives 3 doors down, right down the street.
No way. Wow.
No way.
All right, Andy, stand at your window, wave. These guys been wanting to meet you, and once again, you
Andy.
disappointed them.
Second
Of
time,
course.
Second time. Second
course.
time. That's
Worse
crazy.
than a girlfriend.
yeah,
Andy.
that's it.
Speaking of,
Andy.
He
Andy.
just walks through real quick.
You're not here to.
Kid asks where rain comes from. I think of a
What you do that for?
Whoa.
I didn't. Computer got a mind of its own.
ChatGPT?
No, not that one.
AI got excited. It was like, I heard my name. What? It's like when you say the Alexa word, right?
Yeah. Right.
Shit starts going haywire.
Literally.
Andy's being thoughtful. Just don't want anyone else to catch it. Oh, you're being so damn thoughtful.
Oh, you're a nice guy,
Oh.
Andy. You're a nice
know what,
guy,
Andy?
And he said that's that AI shit. So, also coming up pretty soon, we're going to be able to talk to Kamala Harris here
Oh,
pretty
yeah?
soon. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's going to be coming in from Washington.
Washington?
Washington. Yep.
Washington.
We're going to be talking to Kamala Harris here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to ask her what she thinks about AI.
Okay.
And ask her what she thinks about the economy and all that, and what it's going to take for Biden to get another term.
That should be interesting.
No, yeah, that
Gas is
should be
356 right now.
that
Yeah.
should be very
No,
interesting.
359.
Yeah.
No. I just filled up my tank. It was 359.
359.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 360 right over here on Swisher.
How much
Yeah.
it costs to fill up your tank?
My tank?
Yeah.
It was about 45.
How about you?
45.
And I drive a fucking Corolla.
Yeah, that's about 50.
Yeah.
About 50.
55.
Damn.
Hey, go fill up your truck.
Yeah, fuck that. I filled up my boat the other day, dude. I had to fucking like cash out and then
Yeah.
fucking put it in
Right.
again. Yeah, because there's like $150
Yeah,
limit
like,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
tank.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
just gotta like do it twice.
Yeah, I gotta do it twice. I'm
Right.
like, man, I feel like I'm gonna fucking empty this gas,
Yeah.
this gas station.
Seriously. Dang.
So yeah, we'll
No
be
joke.
I'm glad I filled up when I did though, because gas
Man.
price has gone up like 50 cents since
Exactly.
then.
Seriously.
Right,
Exactly. It was
right.
like down. It was like
Too.
almost $2.99.
Shit, I might
again.
just start siphoning gas from the boat. Fill up that shit.
Let's go to Lake
I do it too.
Be
Fuck
like
it.
Southwest Airlines.
Suck it up and take a little too.
I do
Yeah.
it too. Fuck it. You know. So, but anyway, yeah, she'll be coming in probably in a couple of weeks, or not
Okay.
coming in, but she'll be
Calling in.
Calling it.
phoning in, probably in a couple of weeks,
Okay.
and gonna set that up, and so, that's gonna be kind of interesting.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very interesting.
So,
I'm excited for
Yeah.
So
that.
that'll be our like first time we ever had a political segment in 178 episodes.
that's true.
And
That's true.
that's-
Yeah.
We try to
yeah.
steer
What
clear
a
from
person to have on there, though. Honestly, to start off,
Right.
Yeah.
Starting off with a bang.
I know.
Kamala Harris. I have a few questions for her.
Me too.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We'll write them down. Get them ready.
Yeah.
Just don't arrest me.
Seriously, no. That's no.
I like how she laughs, and everything. So
I don't think she's a real person.
what the hell?
I don't know what's going on.
Andy's pulling up.
Hey, he's showing up.
I think she's an alien.
Man.
So
Don't
you
get me
know.
started on that.
isn't that convenient how the alien shit came out when Hunter Biden's plea deal went bad and
Right,
everything?
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Everybody was paying attention to the
To
alien shit
right,
instead
right.
of
Now
Hunter.
it's all about aliens.
Yeah,
that's why.
how convenient is that?
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, but yeah, that's I don't know. So, yeah,
You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know.
You know.
Don't know. But anyway, all right, Devin, go ahead.
All right. So questions.
Let's do it.
As siblings with different interests, do you ever collaborate or support each other's endeavors in any sort of way? And if so, how?
You want to go first?
No, you can go.
Well, first thing, me and Kevin, we work out together.
Yeah.
I just started joining him like about a year and a half ago, and like since then it's just been like a day-to-day thing that we do every day. It's just
Y'all go to a gym, physical place, or where do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we go to the
yeah.
gym.
We go to gym. We go to gym.
Any particular one? All of them.
EOS.
We kind of like go around.
Yeah, we've been going around because
Yeah.
we're like we like to test all the options to see which one's the best.
We started
Okay.
off at like Planet Fitness, then we went to 24.
We just go up,
Yeah,
go
so
up,
we-
go up the ranking.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, which one do you like the best so far?
The one that we're at right now is pretty good. It's
Yeah.
called EOS.
EOS.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're opening up a Crunch Fitness pretty soon, so
Yeah,
we're gonna try
so
that
we're
out.
gonna try that as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we just, from like a day-to-day perspective, we're more like on like the supportive side because of how we grew up. It was just kind of like it's us three because we also have a sibling, a sister, obviously a sibling. We also have a sister. He's 19, she's 18. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just us growing up, all the three of us, we were very close, and just growing up, we've always been like
But
that.
yeah, y'all are pretty close in age too.
Yeah, we
so
are.
that's
Yeah.
that definitely helps out.
Yeah, definitely. So
So speaking of family, how has your family influenced your passions and career choices and that sort of thing?
that's you can go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
so for me, I like cars. I like cars
Right.
a lot.
Mhm.
So like that's like kind of like my first love. And my dad
Was
he's
that
a-
because of your family, or is
Yeah.
that just okay?
Yeah, because my dad, he's a mechanic. So
He
he works on
loves
cars.
cars.
Like,
Oh, okay.
like he used to work. He used to have cars. Like people from our church come over and he fix their cars.
Uh-huh.
So I used to be there and watch him fix them.
That's cool.
So,
Any
like-
particular brands that he's specific into, or is he just all brands?
So when we were growing up, it was like BMW.
Okay, I was gonna say because usually
German
like
guy, he's a
you're
German.
certified for
Yeah, right.
BMW, Mercedes. That's why I asked.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he moved away from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's a Dodge kind of
He's
guy.
Auto Nation. He works at Auto Nation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
does
Got him a
Dodge now.
truck.
He drives a Ram now, so he's a truck, bike type of guy now. So
That's hilarious.
and then for me personally, my mom, she works in like the medical field.
Uh-huh.
So I like, anything with exercise, anything physical wise. So like I love sports and things of that nature. So I kind of geared more into that lane.
Uh-huh.
And so she's a very fashionable person, and she loves like just anything artistic. So that's
Right.
how she expresses herself. So I've leaned more into that. So I kind of like taking pictures, and I do a little bit of modeling on the side, stuff like that. So
That's
so-
cool.
so
do you work
yeah.
with the agent, or do you just do?
So I kind of do
self-booking?
freelance right now,
Okay.
but I've been getting a lot of people telling me that I really should just book an agent because that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of just taking that as a hobby along with
Uh-huh.
fitness and just see how that goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome, man.
You never know.
No, that's cool about the whole cars thing because
Yeah.
I'm big into cars. In fact, I got a Mercedes downstairs that
Does it
right
run?
now that's right now paperweight, but yeah, it'll be running soon.
Yeah.
Sir.
What
Project
kind of
car.
Mercedes is it?
It's a E550, but it's the got the twin turbo AMG engine in it.
Yeah, V8.
Sure, yeah,
Yeah,
that
V8
V8,
twin turbo. Yeah, it was fast as fuck,
Yeah.
and I had it modified, tuned, and all that sort of stuff. So it had like
Dang.
770 horsepower. It was
Dang.
when I took put it in ludicrous mode. It was
ludicrous mode's crazy.
was scary. Like literally, I was like, "Holy shit!" I've never been in a car. Like it was literally felt like I was in a fucking rocket.
It's all-wheel drive, right?
No, it's rear
Rear-wheel
wheel
drive?
drive. Yeah,
Oh,
So everything comes from the back.
yeah, everything.
Torque too.
So I bet you were kind of spinning.
Dude, I was
Yeah,
like
you
going
just-
crazy, yeah.
Like literally, the
sounds
car
so
like
fucking good.
squatted and like the front came up, and then dude, it just was.
Just go
It was
crazy.
just digging left and right, and I could hear the turbos fucking spooling, and I was like going, "Holy shit!" Like this night and day difference between just like regular sport mode, and then when you put it in like dyno mode.
Yeah.
Oh, dyno mode's no fucking joke. I was like,
Man.
it's everything unleashed. All the safety precautions, all that shit is gone.
Gone.
Those German cars,
Out
man.
the window.
They're fucking crazy.
Those German cars are no joke.
Seriously.
I love them.
But yeah, as far as dependability and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I've already replaced the water heater. I had the car actually caught on fire, believe it or not. Yes.
Seriously.
Luckily, I was at a gas station and I ran inside a QT.
It's a good place to catch on fire. is a gas
Yeah,
station.
right in the gas
Yeah,
station.
right.
And the funny thing is, I run in going, "Hey, where's your fire extinguisher?" And like all the cashiers look at me like, "I don't know." I'm like, "You're at a fucking gas station." I'm like, that should be the first thing you know.
This is day one.
Exactly.
This is training.
So I happen
now
to
we
look
know.
to the
Therefore.
right as I run in, and I'm like, "Oh, it's over here, like fucking in an obscure fucking place."
That's
And then I grabbed it, but I'm like, okay, I don't want to like douse the whole fucking engine because I'm
Right.
like, that'll like really do damage.
Yeah.
So I'm like all strategic, spraying up like.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, guys like, dude, you can keep the fire extinguisher. I was like, what do you mean? He goes,
What?
yeah. He goes, they're useless after they're used. And I was like, fucking news to me.
Right.
I did not know that.
I'm like, I acquired a new
What?
fire
I didn't know
extinguisher
that.
today.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Dude, and it was like one of those big ass ones.
Well, yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like
I
I'm
know
about
what
to
you're
put
talking
out the
about.
whole fucking gas station.
Must have some juice left in that bitch.
No,
Oh.
seriously, you still got it?
No, I didn't. I left it. I was like, nah, dude, in case somebody else has this problem.
right.
I'm like, I'm gonna fuck
Get me
him
outta here.
over. I was
Yeah.
like, better to have a used one than none at all.
How
Right.
much is a fire extinguisher?
Like if you get one from like Walmart, they're like $20
Okay.
because I have to get them for my boat, jet skis, and all that sort of shit.
Okay.
Because if they like pull you over or whatever, that's one of the first things they test.
Really?
And they actually legitimately test them too.
Like,
Whoa.
They look at the expiration date and they actually. I was like, they got an expiration date. I thought a fire extinguisher's a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Apparently they have a
crazy.
fucking expiration date.
Right,
Damn.
right.
Yeah,
well, hello,
something.
Michelle. How you doing? See,
Hey.
hello there.
Hello,
yeah.
Michelle.
Everybody
What's
say
happening,
hello
Michelle?
to Michelle.
What's going on?
Okay.
Do you know Michelle?
Yes, I know Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
Michelle. Everybody that's commenting, I know. I think. So
Hey.
yeah.
Boys,
So,
comment.
anyway.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Comment.
Yeah. So let's. You know what? Let's go ahead and play the first PSA. You want to play the first one?
Which one?
Let's play. We'll go with Devin's.
Great.
Yeah, we'll go with. Let's go with Devin's and see how
All right, let's
Devin
see how-
does here.
All right,
All right,
here we
we'll go with Devin's.
Gave my credit card to my girlfriend and told her she can go buy anything she wants. She was happy and left the house. She gathered everything she wanted and went to the checkout at the store. The cashier ran the card and it declined. But hey, it was the thought that counts. Come back next week for more Devin's relationship advice.
There we go.
That's
It's all right,
terrible.
Michelle. It's all right. We're always here on Tuesday.
That's crazy.
So how did you like a little Devin's advice?
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
What was
either.
that? Chat GBT? What was that?
No, that was crazy. How'd y'all do that? That's fire.
That's Patrick.
The AI wizard.
Seriously.
I'm not the AI wizard yet. He is. I'm not.
You have to show me that program because
Yeah,
I literally
I-
have a folder full of AI shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, God.
Oh, I'm honored that
And-
we were here for the first episode for that. Like,
Oh
that was-
yeah. Well, we got 2 more to go.
Oh,
So, but anyway, you know what? Let's go ahead. Andy, are you here? I want you to be here for this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Andy.
Andy, you here?
Andy,
Say
tap
lick
in.
balls if you're.
Yeah, you COVID ass. Are you here?
Come on, Andy.
Nah, COVID in August of 2023, that's crazy.
Come
Yeah.
on, come on,
Like,
Andy.
Come on,
You're
man.
one of one.
Come on, man. Yeah,
3
seriously.
years to shake back.
Patience
Right,
over here.
right.
Patient zero.
Right.
Speaking of, did you hear today? The feds busted a lab. That's Ashley, not Andy. They busted a lab in California that had like literally all sorts of COVID, all sorts of
Really?
diseases. and-
Yeah, it's rising.
It's what?
It's rising.
COVID?
Yep.
Bro.
Really?
Yeah, hospitalizations are rising.
Ain't
But
no
get this,
way.
I'll investigate further. But they said apparently,
Hold on, Josh.
like they had a full working lab in there. They had 125 rodents were dead.
Whoa.
They're like, and there was 150 that were
Wow.
still like alive, and like they injected and stuff, and so they're doing testing. They were doing testing until the feds busted them.
Mhm.
But they said a lot of the packages and shit said like from China, like with China addresses and shit.
Whoa.
So now it's like, okay, so how with with all of the customs and all that sort of stuff,
Right.
how did this shit get here? Did it come through Mexico? How did
Bro,
it?
what the heck is that's
Yeah,
wild.
like so I'm like going, and then it's funny talking about conspiracy
Yeah, no,
theories.
seriously.
Right.
The
yeah.
lab leak was
Yeah.
originally a conspiracy theory, and in fact, if you ever talked about it,
Yeah.
you'd get flagged on all the different channels and sources. And now all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, well,
Right.
you might be onto something about that whole lab leak thing."
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
just seen a movie about something like that. Well, lab related. It's a Netflix movie that just came out called They Clone Tyrone. I don't know if you've seen the commercial.
Oh, I
for
haven't
that.
seen it yet. Have you seen the actual movie?
I've seen
yeah,
the
with
movie.
Jamie Foxx,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, and it has Jamie Foxx. And I don't know if you guys are aware of what happened with Jamie Foxx recently.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
saying
with
that like he's a
like
clone,
the
like he's
clone.
not the real.
Yeah,
like, and I
he's
saw
not
him
him.
and I was like, dude, he does
He does not look the same at all.
And I
right?
understand like if you're sick and stuff, but I'm like,
Yeah, it looks a little.
No,
bit,
I think he lost a lot of weight.
you think so? But I don't know. But
He,
anyway,
he used to be a really big guy, but I think
his
he
skin
lost a
looked
lot of
different.
weight.
His
yeah,
eyebrows,
skin, the
no-
color,
yeah,
everything, man. I was like going.
I'll send you the video, Patrick. But
Okay.
the movie,
Unless like every time we saw him, he had tons of makeup on.
Right,
like I was like
right.
going, and this
no,
is
but there was one video of him. He was bald and he had like muscles. You know what I mean? Like he looked like he was been working out.
Right.
Like, that was a recent video of him. That's what they said.
Yeah.
But then you see another video of him. He had like a low fade and he looks real skinny. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like
what's really going on?
Right,
But
right.
The movie that I was referring to just came out. It's about like the same thing you were saying. You know, cloning
The
stuff
lab
like
leak.
that. Yeah, lab leaks and stuff.
Mm.
So it's about this black guy. He's just a regular drug dealer, and then it's literally a drug dealer, a pimp, and a hoe. It's like a joke. Like you know what I mean? A pimp
Right.
and a hoe, and a you know what I mean? Walk into a bar type of thing. So long story short,
Hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow. Yes.
Yeah.
long story short, he found out that he was getting cloned. So they found like the lab and everything, and
Why the hell would somebody clone a drug
a
dealer?
regular drug dealer off the street, and
Yeah.
then a pimp, and then a regular prostitute.
Like, if you're gonna clone somebody that's like, you know, high level
up.
up and
Right.
like owns multiple corporations, Elon,
Exactly.
or somebody.
Well, maybe
no.
Make
We'll
a
get
better
to him.
version that's smarter that doesn't buy fucking Twitter and then
and
dump
names
on it.
X.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, maybe-
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about that whole thing, like cloning? Do y'all think? It's
No. I don't.
See, so this is where like
I
this
think
is-
our president is cloned. So
like,
they cloned a dumber version.
yeah, they'll do it.
Like
Yes,
if
they'll
you're
do
gonna
it.
clone a better version, not
Speaking
a
of Elon,
dumber
though,
one.
Speaking of Elon, do y'all think he's like a real person?
Oh, Andy's
Seriously?
here. Yeah.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Okay, Elon. What?
Elon, like, do y'all think he's like an actual real person? Like, I feel like he's
You
like
know what,
a
man?
reptilian type figure.
After
There's no
what we've
way.
been through the last 3 years, I have no fucking.
Yeah,
idea.
like,
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
why like him and Zuck want to fight it out because
Yeah,
I think
right.
the
This is
battle
the
of
battle
the
of
twos.
the reps.
Yeah, the reps.
I don't know. Something about him. Why would you name it X, man?
Right.
Like, it was good as Twitter.
So okay,
Yeah.
so if you know about Elon, like his whole fascination is the word sexy. Like
Yeah,
he's all
yeah.
about like Model S, Model E, which he couldn't do, so he did Model 3 because
Right.
Model E is taken by Ford. And then Model X and the Model Y. So it makes perfect sense why he would choose one of those 4 fucking letters
Right.
for Twitter. And plus so it's a double-edged sword from like a business owner standpoint and from a marketing standpoint.
Okay.
Like Twitter has a bad rap and has bad, juju. So he wants to scrap that and then rebrand something new and something fresh. And then
New
you have,
page,
Facebook that came out with
Yeah.
Threads.
Yeah.
So now he's like trying to like, oh shit, like I got to compete with this.
Right.
So now's the perfect time to rebrand because he's losing his ass off anyway at this point.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, now you're missing out on the brand recognition from Twitter and the recognizing the logo and the symbol and knowing exactly what it is. I mean, I've seen that fucking X symbol on I don't know how many fucking like Onyx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing, the
Yeah.
platform we
I
use
get
for
it.
the fucking computer. It's the same
Yeah,
damn
it's a X.
logo. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's no originality
There's
in
no
it. Like,
originality.
hey, what the
But I've noticed a lot of companies have been doing that.
Yeah.
like what's that?
Kind of like
The X.
Kind
Oh, the X
or just kind
or
of like
rebranding or the what?
just kind of just like dumbing down what they already had. Like Walmart did it, Sam's Club did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They changed their logos just kind of like they think it's
The
like more
star.
like, yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's like the
and then
modernization,
Target. They went
simplification.
from Target to
just that
just a
little
little circle.
The bullseye, yeah.
You know, so
You know what? I never, ever back when I was in high school and none of y'all were around, except for you. I would have never thought that our country or our world would be the way that it is.
okay.
When I was back in, when
Yeah.
I was your age, 19, and stupid. And, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some people still call me stupid, but I don't give a shit.
I
As
am
you-
those people.
I promise you, as you get older, you don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't.
Yeah,
So-
all the things that matter to you now,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna matter shit. When
Oh
you're
hell
older.
no! when you reach that 50 mark, oh you don't fucking care, So, but yeah, Andy said send a link to him.
Oh, send a studio link.
Yeah, he should already have a link.
No, it's you gotta send it. It's
All right, so while he's here, we can play. Hey, Andy, I have a PSA for you. We can play Andy's. That would be good.
All right, this is for Andy, and then let me go back to here.
All right, Andy, here's your PSA.
Yes. Okay.
Hope you enjoy it.
All right, here we go.
Let's do
Here
it.
you go.
Rubbing and touching my meat, getting those seasonings in the cracks and crevices. Touching it and pounding as hard as you can. Go to town on it. Never ever be afraid to rub your meat. Doing that will only make it better. Especially if you are stressed, alone, and have COVID for the 3rd time. Come back next week for more Andy's PSAs. Excuse me while I go check my steaks on the grill.
A whole new meaning to.
How'd you like that,
Hey,
Andy?
yo.
I'm sure. Hopefully he's laughing.
You gotta pause that whole segment.
That was pretty good.
Season
Damn.
the meat. Hey, yo.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, don't be afraid to
Wow.
you know,
meat.
touch your meat.
Wait, he got COVID 3 times for real?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is his third time.
yeah.
Dang,
I thought it was his fourth
You
time.
gotta stop going outside, Andy.
Yeah.
You gotta go outside in like a bubble suit or something.
So yeah, I mean, I'm having fun with those. I really am.
No, you are.
especially with the three of us.
No, seriously.
No, that's
So now we got just yours list.
Yeah, you just got.
Yeah,
mine
where's
left.
yours?
Yeah.
I just got mine left. Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead and
Yeah,
play
let's-
mine if you
let's
want.
go
All
ahead.
right, let's go ahead. Let's see. Yours is probably all fucking tame, and I'm the best thing that ever was.
Kid asks where rain comes from. I think of a cute thing to tell them is God is crying. And if my kid asks why God is crying, another cute thing to tell them is it's probably because of something you did. The look on his face. Now get your ass inside the house before God tells me to kick it, you punk. Come back next week to hear more Patrick's deep thoughts and affirmations.
What is this horrible parenting advice?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that that's what I used to tell my son.
Seriously?
Yeah, because my son actually, when he was about 5, 6 years old, he asked me. He said, "Why does it rain?" And I told him, I said, "Probably because God is crying."
Okay.
Well, why? And I said, "It's probably something you did," you know. And he would just look at me, and we would be outside, and I'll say, "Well, get your ass inside before God tells me."
You know,
to kick it."
when nobody has the context of that story, that sounded really fucking creepy.
Yeah, I know. But
You probably
I mean,
should have
that's true.
started
That's
with
true.
the
Yeah, you should have
story.
prefaced with that. Yeah, that's true.
Then played the clip. Context
exactly.
is everything.
Yeah, but that's okay, you know.
Yeah, you know. Shooters got to shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I would tell. You know, I would tell my kid next week. Next week would probably be what I used to tell him when I coached him.
That's what I would tell, I would tell my
Oh, look who's here.
Oh my God! Whoa,
what I used to tell
Andy,
him.
turn down your sound, dumbass.
Whoa. Is this Andy?
This is the
What's
Andy,
going on?
Famous Andy.
Mr. COVID.
Hang on. Both of y'all, all three of y'all got backwards hats. What y'all got going on right now? Patrick,
man.
you know what you got to do now.
I got to put my hat backwards.
Yeah, you got to flip it around.
I want everybody to see
I've
me.
never seen him with a hat
Y'all hear
backward.
me?
That's
Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
how the Bills looking this
How
year.
they looking
Look,
with Josh Allen?
looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, Yep.
Any updates?
I can't hear shit.
We can,
That's okay.
we can hear
So
you.
that's the best.
That's the best.
the best.
Thanks. So no, today, I mean, I was looking through what was going on and everything, and they had a red-blue scrimmage game,
Okay.
right? And so on the defense, Damar Hamlin took one to the house.
Oh, okay.
So he intercepted Josh, and
Little pick six action.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Shout out to Demar.
yeah, I think with Damar, he needs a little bit of confidence back because I think he's
It's gonna be a good year for him, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I think he needs a little bit of confidence back because, I mean, because of what happened with him,
Yeah.
and he's kind of worried, scared, whatever.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm sure you watched it live, right?
no, I just watched previews of it.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that they were having
No,
it.
I saw it, and that shit was crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out.
he was doing all right, and they were even talking about cutting him. I'm going, no, man, they're not going to cut this.
Nah.
They're not going to cut
Bad
him.
timing.
Nope. You know,
Not
so
after he just won an SB.
that would make the Bills.
Right.
That would make the Bills look really bad
Yeah.
if they cut him.
Yeah.
You know, after what he's been through and all that. But they did take care of him. So
They did. They better give him that bag. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
so
But
anyway, but I think they're going to be switching between him and Micah Hyde.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh
So
my God, yeah.
yeah,
That's tough.
because Hyde has had injuries and all that. Same thing with Poyer.
Yeah.
So and then Elam, I can't remember his first name. I mean, it's just their whole defense is good.
Yeah. No.
So-
I got a solid team.
Yeah. So
Molly said.
Did y'all watch any UFC
yeah, I
or
know, I
anything?
see that.
Yes.
Did you watch last Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Spence letting down the whole city like that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Well, that was boxing.
No, we're talking about boxing though.
That was
I'm more into
boxing.
boxing. I'm not gonna lie. UFC, I'm not really tapped into it, but I saw the Spence fight though.
Yeah, I saw I had a split screen, so I had Spence on one, and I had the UFC going on the other. And
What happened this weekend with UFC?
Oh, dude, UFC. There was some upsets. Portier ended up losing, and the dude ended up doing like a backflip off the fucking.
Oh shit! I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
dude. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
man, man, it was bad.
The crowd was going nuts too.
Yeah, and then there was this other guy, the guy that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Like that we need to get in the studio.
Yeah.
This dude was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like, so they have like right now they have a heavyweight class, right? Which is like one of the first times they ever had like UFC. It's usually all thin, like
Pretty lean guy.
yeah, lean ass guys.
Yeah.
So it was good to see. And this dude just comes out, man, and just fucking knee and like kick, and I was like a high kick. I was like going, what the fuck? And like literally just nails this guy. And then like a few seconds later, he's just grounded pound. Just anyway, long story short, like the referee stopped it. Like it was game over. Like within like 14 seconds. Like no bullshit, dude. He like whooped this dude's ass
Went crazy.
real quick. And I was like, and Joe Rogan asked him, like, he's like, so dude, like, did you plan on doing that? He goes, man, I just fucking did whatever and saw what, like, if it stuck, it stuck.
Right.
He's like, fuck it.
Shit.
And at one point, he drops his fucking his shorts and starts running around the ring and shit. And I'm going, what the fuck am I watching?
What?
Nah, ever since they got bought out by the same person that owns WWE, they've been going crazy.
Oh,
So
dude, it
Saudi
was.
Arabians.
Saudi Arabians.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
They bought like
They have the same owners as like the WWE now.
So the Saudi bought.
It's like, what was it, Kirk? I don't really.
I forgot what they're called, but some Saudi group bought WWE and UFC, and they joined them. So
Really?
Now they're a
Yeah.
joint company now.
You know what that's all about, right? Sport washing. You've heard of that?
Oil.
Well, no, it's called it actually has a term. It's called sport washing. So what they're doing is they're buying up all these teams and all these players. PGA, they're buying up. Was it like not Beckham, but like the
MLS?
soccer stars and shit like that?
Like you talking about Mbappe, right? You talking about that?
Yeah, Mbappe,
Yeah.
which
That
he's
big
fucking.
contract?
Yeah,
Yeah, that like
Yeah.
700 million one.
Yeah, so like they're literally buying up all these different sports teams and players and shit like that in
Right.
order to basically wash all of the bloodshed and everything else they've done throughout the years. Yeah, that's why they call it sport washing.
Really?
Yeah, so they're trying to put a better spin on the empire and stuff there by not just being an oil rich country or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to like get in tourists and stuff, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's
That's
all
interesting. I did
it's
not
all a
know
money
that.
grab, man. It's
Yeah.
all like power and influence, and the sad part is like none of these other companies and stuff here
Hear about
can do it.
Yeah.
They can't compete. Like
you
PGA
hear
can't
about
compete.
it. Nah.
Like
Yeah.
the money that they're offering, like PGA
No,
can't.
they
Like they've been
ain't
around
gonna-
forever. Like they
Yeah.
can't compete with that shit.
No, they can't.
It's that foreign.
So since you're into sports and stuff, what do you think about that whole thing about ethics in sports and
Man.
like
This is why I'm a purist of the game. I'm a basketball person, so that's like my sport. I
Right.
love basketball. I've been watching it since I was about 5, 6. So it's the sport I fell in love with. So I've been seeing how it's been when I grew up. I grew up watching people like Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady. So I grew up in like the 2000s era.
See, I grew up watching Jordan.
Right.
Yeah,
See, that's the golden era.
yeah, man, I
I
watched
wish I
some
grew up watching
badass.
them. You know what I mean? Like the Pippen.
That motherfucker just
Barkley.
like you watch him like just fly through the air.
Right.
You're like, is there stairs? Like this
gliding,
motherfucker
right?
is climbing.
Right.
Have y'all seen that movie Air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It was
good flick.
It was a good movie.
Good flick.
Is it? I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, it's a good flick.
Yeah.
Andy said we can hear him, but he can't hear anyone in the studio.
Damn.
Well, he needs to fix his computer.
Andy,
Hey,
you gotta
if you can hear us, Andy, you need to get a Mac because your PC sucks just like you do.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Mac. Y'all think it's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Best investment.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of
Yes.
Mac y'all
Yes.
rocking with?
Yeah.
This is an M1. I got like 5 different Macs, but
Okay.
yeah.
Whoa,
Damn.
hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just have just
crazy.
the Pro.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Well, yours is an M1 too, right?
M1.
Yeah.
M1 Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that came out like what 2020, 2022.
I think this one came. I think it came out in 22.
Yeah,
22,
mine's
right?
22
Yeah,
as well.
22.
It's like the newer one. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
So-
sucks because it like literally came out, bought it, and then like there's
the best
3 or
one.
4
Right.
more versions
Exactly.
afterwards. I'm like going, fuck.
Apple's too hard.
But the
to keep
good
up.
thing is I got like a 5-year extended warranty because
okay.
so I've had bad history with Apple whenever they switch. So when Apple had their Power PC, which was their own native PC processor,
Okay.
then they switched to Intel. So I had the Intel, which is what they ran for the last probably 15 plus years, whatever. So I had a couple Intel MacBooks, and I had one die on me literally while I was in production.
What?
And I had to print like all this shit that needed to be done like literally the next day. The only saving grace was I had emailed the client to get approval.
Right.
So I was
So you
able to
had
go
that
into
copy.
my email
Uh-huh,
account
right.
and then send that to the printer. But
you
yeah,
wouldn't do that, boy.
I was like, if there was any edits or anything, like my computer was fucking just toast. And like Apple goes, yeah, it's gonna be like 2 weeks before we can fix it. I'm like, I need this tomorrow. Like y'all better give me a fucking loaner or something. I'm
something.
just like, I was pissed. So after that whole experience, I was like, okay, well, Apple's now switched chipsets yet again to their silicone.
Okay.
And so I'm like, well, there's no, proof of product. There's no, nobody else has this. So like, how is it going to sustain?
Right.
Like, is it going to be like the Intel experience I had before? So I went ahead and got the 5-year warranty.
Oh yeah.
So
Smart
with
decision.
that, I can trade it in,
Anytime.
Right.
Like
Right.
take that cash
They've been
value.
promoting
sir.
that new trade-in, the new Apple trade-in, where you can trade in for like new phones and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're going to give you like a percentage.
Oh,
Yeah, so whereas
I was
this,
thinking
they're going to
always
give you
gotta
the
find a
full
way to
cash
find-
value. So what I paid, they're going to give me that.
that in back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as longevity and shit, like all my Macs, the older ones,
Mhm, yeah.
you can upgrade. The newer ones, silicone and shit like this, you can't upgrade
can't.
at all.
That's crazy.
You can't even like put a bigger hard drive because it's all integrated.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
like the
So-
way the silicone and shit is, it's all
Yeah.
integrated. There's no way to upgrade it. So you literally, if you buy whatever, you're stuck
You
with
stuck with that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you advise me to get like an older one and just get a hard drive, or just tough it out and just get one?
It
with
depends on
more-
what are you
more
going to use it
storage?
for. That's
You
that's
know,
the
like
biggest thing.
just streaming, editing, nothing crazy, nothing
Yeah,
can do-
this one.
like that
Yeah, I
one?
was gonna say if you're gonna do
Yeah.
video editing and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you're
That
gonna
one.
notice a big difference.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I can render videos in here in like minutes, where it would take
Like YouTube
hours.
videos? Okay,
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
like, yeah. Like it
Yeah.
would, literally, this thing can do it in minutes, whereas my other ones would take
Take hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We even had some when we first started. We even had some started busting at the seams.
Oh yeah.
What?
So mine started first. And like literally, it was like you couldn't even shut the shell.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was so bowed that even the
Yeah,
keyboard was
just
bowed.
kind of like this.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So mine started first, and then I fought with Apple because they actually did a recall about the
Yeah.
batteries and blah, blah,
Okay.
blah.
Yeah.
But my model number wasn't on the recall list. And I said, hey, listen here, fuckface. go look through all of the Apple products that I bought. I've been a loyal fucking person to you. Don't fucking...
Don't lose me.
Don't lose me, exactly.
Don't lose me. For
And,
real.
and literally, they looked and they saw that I had just bought the M1,
Right.
so they knew that I was only using it as a backup.
Yeah.
And so, in case something happens to this, I had a backup.
that.
So they pushed it through. They paid for every single thing.
Okay,
They paid
there
for
you go.
the brand new hard drive,
Okay,
or
Apple.
brand new battery, and everything. They even had to replace the shell because it was so
Damn.
bent. So it's made out of aircraft aluminum, and
Yeah,
it
okay.
literally bent the fucking shell.
Yeah.
And there was no repairing it, so they replaced the
Took
shell.
the iPhone 6 all over again.
Dude, this is crazy.
And then literally right as I got that repaired, his did the same thing. I'm going,
Yeah.
fuck.
Damn. Apple, what's going on with y'all's quality, man?
Yeah.
These so far so good though, right?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even Apple. It was really the battery issue, like over
Yeah,
time.
over time, it
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Which Apple actually, if you look at their latest, the way their new iPhones and their new products work, they won't ever be at 100% ever.
What?
Yeah, so they do that on purpose so that the longevity of your battery lasts longer.
Okay.
Because what was happening is when you get to 100% and you keep using it and everything else, it actually depletes the battery faster. Than like
Okay.
even Teslas and stuff. Like if you look at those, they never really charge at 100%
Really?
for that same reason to have the longevity of the.
They charge at
lithium.
99.9.
99.9999.
Yeah.
Not 100.
That's something Elon
Not
would do.
100. Oh,
That's
no.
something Elon
Can't
should
be
do.
100.
That's something Elon would do.
It would be, yeah. Oh, no.
then- But then, like, wouldn't it start at 99 and 100 as it goes down?
Oh shit.
Do what?
Wouldn't it start at like 99 instead of 100, like as it's going, like, as it's losing battery over time?
I don't know.
Like it's
I don't
starting at
have
less-
it.
it's
I don't
starting
have
at
a
less
Tesla,
health.
so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. If I had the answer, I would tell you.
Hey, what's your battery on your computer at right now?
My battery?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Go up to the top. I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hold on. Let me see.
'Cause I can give you an example. Like right
I need
here,
a
right
fucking
now.
reader, man. I need new glasses.
So I
Jesus
need
Christ.
to get you a
Can't see for
fucking
shit.
What? Hold on.
top right next to where the Wi-Fi thing is.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Benny, man.
Mine's at 90.
Yep. See, never at 100%.
Yep.
And no matter how long you keep that thing plugged in, it's never going to be at 100%.
Yeah, no. Never.
That's the new
Ever.
Apple.
Never, ever, ever,
And you're
ever,
like
never.
going, well, I want it fucking fully charged because if I leave and I have to go somewhere and I have to do work and I don't have a fucking cord,
Yeah,
how long is that 80% going to last?
that's true.
Ashley wants to know which Mac did. I think you have Patrick's old Mac. You got the one that's
The hand me down.
that's got the inflate gate.
That's it. And
Yeah.
then Andy said he wrote a text, reset everything, and
Damn.
he's
He's
getting
gonna do the whole
he's
thing.
getting
Yeah,
mad.
bro.
We've had this same problem 3 times in a row now.
This whole
smashing his
Like he's
keyboard.
pouting, and you know,
He's pissed.
he's pouting like a little bitch. So
3 houses down. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Except
right.
Andy.
So
Well, that's
anyway.
weird because he can get the sound from like YouTube or wherever. Like I don't understand.
He
how
was
it's
he
not-
was on YouTube. He was. So I don't know. Whatever. Oh God.
Shout out to the Frustration Unlimited podcast.
Right.
Man.
Being frustrated.
Yeah, being frustrated. All right. So on conspiracies.
Yeah. Here we go.
I don't know.
There we go.
Here we go.
Spit it out, Patrick.
Come on.
Spit it out.
All right. On conspiracies. Should I? Do you think? This gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Say it, Patrick. Say it.
It's gonna hurt.
What we doing?
Okay.
saw
So
something.
do you think?
Yo, why you sound like you trying
I've
to
never
take
seen
shit?
you. Don't even squirm that bad when
Come on.
when Molly calls me daddy.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Hey, yo.
and
Hang on.
okay. So on.
Hang on.
Jesus. Okay.
Hey now.
On
Way too tasty, big dog.
on 9/11.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You weren't even born yet. I don't think.
Yeah, you can't answer
I
this
wasn't.
one.
You were only 2 years old.
Hey, I was still there.
Yeah, that's,
What?
well, that's true.
What?
Anyway,
What year were you born?
I was born 99.
yeah.
Oh, that's the year I graduated.
Damn.
Damn, you made me feel old.
Damn.
You. Shit, man.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
I mean, look at my kids. I mean, you know, he's 31 and she's 29. Yeah, I know. Okay, so 9/11.
Yeah.
Who do you think was involved in 9/11? I don't want to hear it. But go
You
ahead.
just asked it.
I know.
I mean,
I don't want to hear it.
I mean,
but
y'all know. President
And-
Bush. I mean, come on now. George Bush does not care about black people.
Oh my God!
You
You
heard
go
what
back
Chris
to
Tucker
fucking
said.
Kanye.
You heard what Kanye said? I said Chris Tucker. He was there though. But you seen what Kanye said?
Oh God!
And when do we believe what Kanye says?
Hey, y'all know he's running again, right? Y'all know
Yeah,
he's running again.
Which
Yeah.
why he's quiet?
Run
Yeah.
where?
He's running again
President.
2024.
Like for real.
Who?
President. Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Like dead ass. Like
Yeah.
he's serious about it.
Yeah. So y'all better get ready.
We've already had a lunatic in the fucking White House. We
Hey,
don't need
man.
another one.
It's America. Hey, look.
to back to
one
back.
thing I learned about America. There's always room for more.
Yeah,
There's always room.
there
for more.
is.
Yeah.
There is.
There's always. Room
I was
for
literally
more.
thinking about that yesterday. I was like going, is this really the best we have? Does that really say something about our nation?
No,
I
serious.
will-
no,
Literally,
serious,
I'm
serious,
like
no,
going,
serious.
Honestly,
This is the
Yeah.
You know-
the most it's the most corrupt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
yeah,
sad.
it is.
It's
It
sad.
is. But I mean, I think that the best one, and you're going to be shocked when I say this, Devin, because you know, I mean, you know, I'm a Republican. So, I think the best person out there right now is Bobby Kennedy, and
Okay.
his own party is trying to censor
Bobby
him.
Kennedy.
Yep.
Okay.
His own party is trying to censor him.
Who is Bobby Kennedy?
What does
Really?
the last
Okay.
name tell you?
Is
Who
he
the-
is he a descendant of the John F. Kennedy?
Yes, Jimmy. Oh, my son. Yes, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh.
There.
Yeah.
Oh. Dang.
Do research.
Who is a,
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I think that
Book
he
report
he
for
would
you.
be.
No, for
I
real.
think-
For real. Little lesson today.
Who the fuck is Robert?
Okay, you know what?
JFK
History
boy.
lesson.
There you go. This is Mr. History right here himself.
History lesson. Okay, you remember?
You remember JFK?
Yeah, y'all don't remember JFK, but y'all heard.
I mean, he
Yeah.
got shot out here. You know.
Yeah, he got shot out.
So,
yeah,
so you remember?
He got his head blown off.
No, literally.
Yeah. Mhm.
The
Fuck Lyndon Johnson. So, of course, his uncle John Kennedy got assassinated in Dallas. His dad, Robert Kennedy, was assassinated in L.A.
So you know everything happens in threes, right?
in '68. Well, no, Edward's gone. So, and then Edward Kennedy was a senator from, I do believe, Maine. I think I didn't really pay attention to Edward, but I think times would be different right now that if nothing happened to John Kennedy or Robert, if Robert would have been president instead of Nixon, because everybody was all on Bobby's side. Yeah. So after he gave the speech, he was walking, through the kitchen, of the hotel and everything, and this guy Sirhan, he shot Bobby or shot Robert Kennedy's dad, right?
Yeah.
Well, Robert has come out on Joe Rogan and said that yes, the CIA had something to do with it, killing my dad, killing my uncle, and everything. And now recently, he said he was before the House committee and everything, and his own party was trying to censor him.
Whoa.
They're scared of Robert Kennedy.
Dang.
Robert, in my opinion, is in the middle.
Okay.
He has some Republican views, and he has Democrat views. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And basically what he's saying is that we should take care of ourselves before sending $1 trillion over to Ukraine.
No, for sure.
We should be doing this for ourselves instead of doing this over at Ukraine. And then, of course,
remember that question you asked outside? What's the difference between a boss and a leader?
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Can you answer that for me?
Yeah.
Because I think the answer lies in what we're talking
What we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What?
The difference between a leader and a boss.
Oh, yeah, I know. So
tell me.
a leader, a boss would stare at you straight in the eyes and tell you what you need to do, turn around and walk away.
Right.
A leader will jump in, help out, and show you what you need to do to get the job
So let
done.
me preface this with this question, follow-up question.
Okay, Jose?
Are we the boss?
Whoa.
Is the U.S. the boss or are they a leader?
Whoa. That's a great question.
Based on that definition alone,
Like
is the
2023.
U.S. right now 2023?
Yeah.
We are the boss to Ukraine.
No, we're the boss to everybody. We say as we do, but we follow. We don't have our own leadership. Like we don't lead. We don't take care of our own people here, which would be what a leader
Robert
does.
would. Robert, I honestly do believe that Robert would take care of his
and that's
own.
why
take care
I
of
asked that
his own.
question. That's why I went down that rabbit
Right.
hole.
Yeah, and so when Trump came out, I'm tired of
I can't
hearing
believe
about
we're having
Trump. I don't want to talk
Political
about Trump.
shit.
Yeah, we're getting real political this time.
Oh yeah, Jimmy the boss. Yeah.
And Jimmy, you're absolutely right. They are all the same, and that's why I can't.
Well, yeah,
stand
they are
fucking
all
politics.
True.
Well, they are
That's
all the
true.
same.
Let's get back to conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to get back to conspiracy?
Let's do
Okay.
it, because there's a
All
lot going on
Okay,
right
let's
now.
do that. Okay, so
All right, so we went to Lab Leak. We went to the
Cloning.
JFK
Yeah.
cloning.
Yeah, okay.
All right, what else? we
okay,
got?
so JFK
I mean, we could be-
cloning.
No.
No,
JFK,
cloning.
comma.
I thought it was JFK cloning. Well, we would be in
That
trouble
would
if they
be-
cloned.
that'd be crazy.
If they cloned JFK,
Nah, that'd be
holy
crazy.
shit!
Oh.
Because he was the one that would not put up. Okay, here's one more thing about John. Okay,
History guy here.
Yeah, give us some backstory.
And I want to, I just want to say it. And this is the reason why I don't like that motherfucker Lyndon Johnson, because he was a piece of shit, man. Piece of shit.
I love listening to some of his
right.
audio tapes, like
So who?
LBJ
LBJ.
talking to his tailor.
Oh, fuck him.
He was like, "Yeah, make sure you leave a little extra him in the crotch area."
Oh yeah.
There's some audio recordings.
Yo.
Yes.
Yeah, Marley, like 635, LBJ.
Yep.
Okay,
LBJ.
so
Like 635. That's a good one.
So John Kennedy was trying really, really hard not to send people to Vietnam. That was a war that we had no business being in.
That's why we lost.
Okay.
Handed that L.
And
Yeah.
we won every war except for
Except
one,
for-
and that was Vietnam.
Exactly.
Okay. So, of course, when he came to Dallas, and when he was traveling on Elm, okay, when he was on Elm, Lyndon Johnson was on Houston, on Houston Street where you turn over there by the red courthouse.
It's Houston. Houston, according to Waze.
Okay, whatever.
No bullshit. Every time
people say it's Houston, for real.
because I worked at AT&T Towers, and so I had to go down Houston every day, and it used to drive me fucking nuts.
Yeah,
It's Houston, bitch.
right. It's Houston, bitch.
For the
Yeah.
longest time, but
So anyway,
Houston.
Lyndon Johnson was on Houston, and Kennedy was going down Elm and all that. Right. He literally sat there and watched him Lyndon literally sat there and watched his boss's head get blown off. Right? Okay. So they, of course, took out the Parkland. Kennedy died. All that shit and everything. Lyndon kept saying, "Hurry up! We need me, president. We need to do it." So they did it out at Love Field on Air Force One while they were loading Kennedy. So as soon as Lyndon Johnson became president, what did he do? Send 400,000 troops over to Vietnam. That's what he did.
yo,
So
Who pulled the troops out of Vietnam? And that was
JFK.
Nixon. No,
so
Nixon did.
Nixon
to
did.
give you the backstory
Kennedy
and
was
give
dead,
them
Kirk.
the backstory too, and this is
Kennedy was dead.
also something I think Eisenhower said originally, history major back in the day. Beware of the industrial complex. So JFK was basically wanting to pull the power back from the industrial complex, meaning the Raytheons, meaning all of the
gas and stuff.
Yeah.
the gas, oil, and all the
Everything,
weapons.
yeah.
Because
right.
the problem, and then that's why CIA is involved, because they're the ones obviously that
Handling all that.
handling
all
shit.
that shit.
So, that's the big problem. And exactly like you said, as soon as he died, where did all of a sudden we're going to war, we're doing this and everything else because the industrial complex. So who do you think is the one that capped him?
Industrial complex.
Industrial complex.
The old IC.
And then those people, I saw a video too. The people who were leading the industrial complex, Shell actually, they killed like a million people in Africa because they were like doing like a whole thing, like a whole gas, because their gas was from Congo, which is actually where our family's from.
Oh, is it really? That's awesome.
Yeah. So gas is from there. So while that was happening, JFK was trying to get them out of there, Shell out of Congo, but they weren't listening. So, which is when the assassination happened.
Don't get me started on Congo, man.
When the assassination happened, they put a whole bunch of money into Shell in Congo, and then they just took all the gas out of there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all know cobalt's from Congo, right?
What is?
Like the cobalt that powers all our
Oh,
phones.
cobalt. Yeah.
It's from Congo.
So the latest that I heard today actually is, I can't remember if it's Exxon or Mobil. One of them is actually looking at South Arkansas. Did you hear about this?
No.
So South Arkansas, apparently there's these salt lakes or something like that when the salt dries, it actually creates lithium. It was like 117 or 170, I can't remember. It was hundreds of thousands of acres, let me just put it that way, that they bought. So they tried to get oil and gas out of this area.
Yeah.
And because of the salt and everything else, it wasn't profitable. So then Exxon saw this and saw that there was lithium and stuff like that in there to make obviously the batteries and everything else. And they basically bought like hundreds of thousands of acres, and now they're going to start doing probably the exact same thing they did in Congo.
Right.
But here's the fucked up part. So that area, it's called Magnolia, Arkansas.
Magnolia, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
look
heard of that. That's
it,
wild.
look it up. So they're saying that the infrastructure there can't even support, because they're saying it's about 5,000 to 6,000 people
Yeah.
that are going to come work there, obviously, to
Wow.
mine and strip it and everything
Yeah.
else. And they're like, dude, the infrastructure's not there. Like, everything is not. The water's not there. The housing's not there. Everything is not there.
They're setting themselves up.
So if you're a real estate person, go buy a bunch of properties around that area. You're going to make a
Right.
fucking gold
Make
mine.
great money.
Yeah.
Because it's literally going to be the next gold mine. Because with everything going to battery power and everything else,
All
like you
these
said,
EV.
with the cobalt and everything
Yeah.
else. Now, I
Smartphones
do
and everything.
know with the solid state batteries and stuff like that, they're actually trying to get away from the cobalt.
Okay.
And so there are some new technologies that are out that are actually better and more efficient. I think they were using sodium in replacement of cobalt and stuff like that. But yeah, so they're trying to figure out better technologies because obviously, like you said, there's only a few places in the world that you can get it, and it's completely like the diamond trade all over again.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like blood money.
Blood
blood diamond.
People dying out
Yeah.
It's blood lithium.
Yeah, it's crazy out there, man.
Blood cobalt.
It's crazy.
Shout out to my people.
So you really think Bush had something to do with 9/11?
Yes.
Why?
Didn't he work for the CIA?
That's
His
my
dad,
thing.
his dad was CIA when Kennedy was assassinated.
So,
Plot twist.
like the whole thing about Iraq, why were we even fighting with them? Like, why did we even feel like we needed to be in that whole situation?
Bro, why did we fight half the fucking wars?
Like, seriously. What's up with Bush, man?
I'm literally like going, why? Like,
Well,
I remember
at the
all
time-
through elementary, all through middle school. I'm like, are we still fucking in a war in the Middle East?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ooh.
God, like literally,
Bring him home.
all my elementary, all my middle school. I'm like, we're still over there? What the fuck?
Shit up.
Stupid. Dropping nukes.
Yeah.
Well,
Airstrikes.
Hell, for real.
they went over there.
Okay.
I remember that they went
Oil
over there
money.
Blood money.
pretty close.
Yeah.
They went over there, or we went over there because he was harboring terrorists, Al Qaeda and
All right.
ISIS and
Yeah.
ISIL and all that shit. And that's one of the reasons when we went over there. Plus, satellite imagery showed that he had some WMDs
Okay.
and everything.
Yeah.
And so that's
why.
when Bush said, "Okay, we're gonna go." So, and then after the war,
Exactly.
yeah, we thought, and then I remember.
Did you put eyes on it?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't fucking exist.
I was
That's a cool.
I was at work and we all sat there and we watched the war. I mean, we watched the war on TV start. You know, the shock and awe, and everything. And then George, I think, just kept getting bad intel from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From the CIA,
that his
from,
dad used to work for.
yeah,
Sorry.
I gotta add that in there. Sorry.
yeah, from everybody. He started getting, and then he started looking bad. You
But
know,
the
and
problem
everything
with
because
him is he wasn't intelligent enough to call them out
Well,
on the bullshit.
well-
Whereas the Kennedys would have.
oh yeah,
Be
the
like,
Kennedys
"All
would
right,
have.
Fucking,
Robert
I'm feet on the street. Let me see this shit.
Yeah.
You say this is happening.
Robert
I
would
wanna
do
see
the
with my
same
own
thing
eyes.
right now.
Yeah,
Robert would
that's
do the same
exactly. I
thing
know
right
he
now.
would. I know he would.
And so, anyway, that's what, you know, do I believe that Rumsfeld was in on it? Yeah. I believe that
I gotta say
Rumsfeld.
something. I gotta say something.
I
Like,
believe that Rumsfeld was in on it.
Okay.
ooh, I gotta say something.
And I think that he was the only person that was in on it. Ashcroft wasn't. Colin Powell wasn't. Condoleezza Rice wasn't. You know, and everything. And he had a good cabinet. It's just, you know, he had Dick Cheney too, and he was a fucking complete.
military industrial
Was great, yeah.
complex. That's exactly who
Yeah.
Cheney was all. Yeah.
Yeah. And so who went over there to help rebuild Iraq? Halliburton, who owned.
Ding, ding, ding. So not only did they
Halliburton.
get money for blowing the shit up,
No, seriously.
they get
got
money for
building
building
that
it
shit
again.
Cleaning up.
Right.
Yeah. So who?
Like,
who
who's
owned-
better?
Oh,
Right.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
we knew what we blew up. We know exactly where it's at. We know the coordinates. We know everything. Yeah, we'll rebuild it for you.
So-
gotta love America.
That is so fucked
America,
up,
really.
man.
So who owned Halliburton? Cheney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
This is
okay. So Bush was he got a second term.
okay.
Thank God,
Yeah.
because we would have been in more trouble if fucking John Kerry got it. So anyway, he ran his first term. Bush did not run the second term. It was Cheney that ran the second term because the second term was totally fucking different than what the first term was. You know, because I believe that Cheney, he ran the second term of course all the way up to when, you know, Obama came around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, I mean, I think during my lifetime, I'm not going to say Bush was the best because he wasn't, but I think the best president in my lifetime, and it goes all the way back to fucking Lyndon Johnson. Yeah, I think was Reagan.
Okay.
Reaganomics.
Dude, you know what's
Yeah.
crazy about Reagan? You remember one of the quotes he said?
What?
What if there was outside source that brought everybody? Well, I know I'm butchering the fucking quote, but basically
No,
saying,
go ahead.
what if there was an outside source that brought us all together and all of our problems and shit just basically went away, and like literally you're hearing about all the shit with the UFOs and UAPs
Damn.
and everything else, and I'm
Right.
like, yeah, your problems don't fucking matter because you're like literally a fucking nano
Yeah.
in the
Literally.
scheme of things.
Yep.
And
That's
here's
what
the
people
crazy
realize.
part, like if we're going to go dive into this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Think about it. If they can travel to our planet,
Yeah.
they can travel to any fucking
Any
planet.
planet. Thank you.
Anywhere,
Oh,
at
yeah.
any
We are
time.
not
Have y'all
alone.
seen the
So here's the thing: when you think about probabilities, right? Because
Right.
for the longest time growing up, I heard that it's the unlikely that we're gonna have life on other planets, blah blah blah. Funny how like within the last 10 years that completely spun, and they said, well, the probability is like
Nah.
a quadrillion, zillion, billion to one that there is life on every. I'm like going. I was told, and not only that, the fucking Pluto was a planet that's not a
Right,
planet,
now
that it
it's
was
a
a
planet
planet,
anymore.
that's not a
Yeah.
planet. And I'm
I
like
was
going,
like, that's
you
all, like,
motherfuckers
what,
don't
like,
know your
no.
ass from a hole in the wall. That's
No,
what
no,
the
no.
fucking, that's what I realized. I go, all y'all dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Have y'all been seeing the UFO videos now?
Yeah.
It's like HD now.
They
used to be like
they used to be
280p.
They used to be like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
144p.
Yeah.
Now they're like 4K. Like I saw
You
like
can see
3
it.
UFOs flying around. Like I think it was like above like Nevada or something like that.
It's always in that area.
You wanna hear some
too.
crazy shit?
Of course, it's always over in Nevada. That's where Area 51 is.
Talk to
So there is infrared night vision goggles that are, I think it's level 7. I can't remember exactly.
They didn't
This-
have them on Step Brothers, by the way.
I can't remember the specs exactly, but that you can actually see them all the time if you actually
Bro.
have these goggles on at night.
I mean, Men in Black. Like, come on.
You
like,
can
they-
literally look up in the sky and
they
see it
made
at
that
any
movie in
given
the
time. So the technology that they use to obviously blend in, cloak,
Right.
whatever.
Come on now.
This
That's what I'm telling
shit
y'all about
actually-
Elon Musk. He might be an alien. Like,
He probably is.
He might be
as
an
much
alien.
knowledge that he
Mark
has.
Zuckerberg, all these guys, man, they not real people, man. Come on.
Yeah.
The way they just be acting, they just make just irrational decisions. You know,
Right.
it's just weird. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
Certain things about just life.
Yep.
Like the weather these days. Why is it boiling? Like they're talking about now we have global boiling.
Yeah, global
Have you heard
boiling.
about that? It's
No,
no
no.
longer called global warming.
I
now.
do know that where I'm going in October that they just said that the water in is 102 degrees
Whoa.
in the
Damn.
Keys. Like they said, like
Florida?
literally, it's a motherfucking hot tub. You can go in that fucking water
That-
and you're gonna boil.
That is a.
Wow.
I mean
Out there in Florida?
that
Dang,
that
yeah,
is
Florida.
Yeah, that is.
Florida,
that is-
Florida.
If you get a good tropical wave come through the. Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Dude, can you
Bro,
imagine a hurricane hits
that
that
shit-
100
oh
fucking
my
degree
God,
water?
bro.
Oh, dude, that's
Like,
gonna be a
what's
super
going on?
fucking storm.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
But they're saying there's some kind of a low or something that's right there. That's
Okay.
basically that's why we haven't
why
heard
so.
about all
Yeah.
these because like right now I'm like going, damn, if that hurricane hits that water, fucking game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like there's something that's going on.
It's going to
and,
target New Orleans probably.
Bro,
like,
I feel
it's-
like if something were to happen,
actually
we
it's
either
Lake
target-
Charles. Is it Lake Charles?
Lake Charles in New Orleans.
New Orleans,
yeah,
Lake Charles,
yeah.
yeah.
Lake Charles. Man, they got fucking hit like 3 times. So my
feel
buddy
like
has a he's a sports announcer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And sportscaster, and he said, dude, like the last 2 hurricanes fucking
wrecked them.
wrecked it,
Yeah.
like to the
Yeah.
point where like they moved to fucking Vegas.
Damn,
But
New
ain't no
York,
damn
bro.
hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If something
Seriously.
happened to New Orleans or New York, dude,
Uh-huh.
they're done because New York's already sinking. Like, I don't know if y'all heard about that either.
Well,
basically.
California is almost a fucking island. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, they said it was, I think it was a naval release basically saying, and if you look at where all the big people in military where they live, that
Yeah.
tells you something because they have basically an idea that all of the low level, below sea level and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
that there's certain elevations that no matter what happens, they'll be okay, and that's where they're at. And so
Interesting.
that's where a lot of the
Interesting.
movement is going.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And where particularly? is
Look
that?
at where the mountains are. Look at where high elevation is. And that's where a lot of movement's going.
whatever. I'm
especially
56. I don't
military-wise.
So
I'm
then-
56.
So why the
I'm
hell is
56
everybody
now, I
moving
don't
to
care.
Texas? Why is everybody moving down here then? Leave us alone, man.
Because they know that we're going to succeed.
No, seriously.
I just
When are
talking
we
about a
gonna-
conspiracy
I
theory.
just went,
Is Texas ever gonna
blank.
secede? We should see that'd be crazy. Is Texas ever gonna actually do it? Do y'all think we can actually?
Actually,
we
actually, there's
obviously
only
able to
three
survive,
three
but-
states that's able to do it. Texas, I believe it's Texas, Mexico, and Arkansas.
Mexico's not a fucking state.
I was
Not
about to say.
Mexico.
I'm about to say
Oklahoma. I'm sorry. So
Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. You said?
Yeah.
That is
Which is funny because
wild.
they
Fuck
border
is
each other.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, like right.
yeah,
So we could just.
and I think
that's crazy.
I could be wrong on this. Yes, I'm saying that I could be wrong.
Oh damn.
I could be
Fucking
wrong.
Breaking news. Hold on.
No, this is
Exactly.
inaugural day, really.
Exactly. I'm not saying that I know it for sure, but I could be wrong. That we can fly.
Monument today.
All right, go ahead. Breaking news.
I already forgot what I was going to say. No, seriously. Again, I could be wrong,
Right.
but
Stranger things have
we,
happened.
yeah, but we can fly the Texas flag at the same height as the American flag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
We can
yeah.
fly it higher than the American flag.
What?
No,
Yeah.
you can't actually. That's Snopes says that's wrong.
Snopes says that's wrong.
Snopes says
Oh.
that's wrong.
Okay.
Big Snopes. said
Well,
No, the
I
reason
was
why I
wrong.
know this because there's a subdivision off of 2181.
Uh-huh.
Keep going down.
Mhm.
Okay.
There were so many fucking people that were up in arms about the flag, Texas flag, being the same height as the American flag.
like they actually felt like some kind
They
of way.
felt like Texas is not
What?
on the same level as the United
Man.
States, and that it can't
What?
be flown at the same. And then some people were like, "Here's the fucking laws."
Yeah.
It can actually be flown at the same height, but
at
it
the
can't
same
be
height, it can.
can't be
Yeah.
flown higher.
Same height. I knew you could do it.
Yeah,
Same height.
I know it's fucking.
But higher though, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Who-
higher? No, not so
Who,
much.
higher is crazy.
who were these people
Yeah,
Who are what
these?
people?
that was complaining about that it was flying at the same height?
Fucking Karens, probably.
No, seriously. Whole bunch of
I'm like,
Karens
really?
with bowl
That's
cuts.
that's what you're choosing? That's the
yeah,
battle.
That's your battle. Like, come on. There's so much going on right
That's
now.
the ground you're gonna die on, right there. Really?
So
Like
much
all this
going
shit
on.
going
Really?
on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
All right, so have y'all watched the new Jason Aldean video?
Oh,
Yeah. What happens? Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song like
That song's
debuted
number
number
one.
one on
Yeah,
the
it's
on the
number one
Billboard.
now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
No, yeah.
I don't think there's really anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, because really, try that in a small town.
Right.
You know, like Corsicana.
Mhm.
You know, Corsicana is totally, to me, is totally different than all the other small towns because Corsicana is still separated.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have your whites up north, you have your blacks on the east, you have your Mexicans to the south, and then you got your Mexicans. Or you got kind of a mixture on the west.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but seriously, if someone from the city come down there or go down there and they try to rob a store or whatever, I think that everybody would come together and
Stop.
stop it.
Stop it, yeah.
And then of course, I know the chief of police down there.
Damn.
So
Damn.
and of course,
We actually shot a movie out there.
yeah,
Damn.
awesome.
Really?
yeah, I know. I kind of
It's
know.
actually a really good location, like to shoot as far as like old buildings and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Is really,
Yeah.
really.
Damn.
yeah. So.
That's what's up.
But yeah, that's I think that people would come together there and take care of
Take
their
care of
own.
business,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take care of their own.
Yeah.
I think they would.
Damn. Okay.
People up in like Van Alstyne, Howell, and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they would too.
You think so?
Westminster and Whitewright and all that.
Mhm.
Bonham. Yeah, I think they
So
would.
it's funny you mentioned that because there's a kid that was on YouTube and he like basically explained like fourth dimension like in all this other shit like real high level shit
Right.
and this kid was like 12 and so like everybody was like, oh my God, it's like kids like literally explaining all this shit that's like high level stuff. And like,
Right.
how the hell does he know?
Right.
And then he disappeared for like 7-8 years. And then recently he came back on and started talking about like everything that's going on in the world. And he
Okay.
basically explained, he goes, the only way that you can compete and fix all the shit that's going on with the government and everything else.
Just get rid of them.
Well, no, he said, then that's what the logical thing is. He goes, no, the way to get rid of them is to actually do and solve the problems in your community yourself. Like
Okay.
without calling cops, without
Right.
doing this, without doing that,
Yeah.
like bonding together,
together,
organizing
yeah.
your own like things without relying on them, because the
That's true.
the
That's
less
true.
we rely on them,
Right.
the less important they
They
are.
are, exactly.
And then the less we need them, and the less we're reliant. Because
Yeah.
here's the problem: is once we start allowing them to be reliant, us to be reliant on them, then we're basically allowing them to do whatever the fuck they want
exactly.
without any
Yeah.
type of repercussions. I mean,
Yeah.
look at all the shit that's going on. I mean, I was assaulted by the police in handcuffs. I couldn't defend myself.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up situation. So I mean, it doesn't matter. Like,
It doesn't matter who you
there's
are.
corruption everywhere.
Everywhere, exactly.
And the only way to, and this is what he was saying, it was so brilliant, like it just resonated with me. I was like going, he's absolutely fucking right. Like if we actually, a small town, going
Yeah.
Jason Aldean
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
if we actually worked together instead of against each other, and worked and like going, hey, the evil is not us. The evil is them.
Exactly.
And as soon as we recognize that and realize that, we all of a
We can all
sudden
come
bond
together.
together, and we're like, hey, you need help with something? I got you.
Right.
I need help with something? You got me.
got
Like,
me.
like that brotherhood and that camaraderie and all that sort of shit, that's what is missing. And the problem with politics and everything else is it's creating a divide.
That's what
It's
it
not
is.
unifying
Yeah,
us,
it's
and
not,
that's
no.
exactly what they want us. That's exactly what they want to do, divide and conquer. It's
But,
been
that's
fucking
not-
Napoleon and
Yeah,
every
yeah.
throughout
Cool.
history. Yeah, it's like,
But
but
if
the
you
thing
look at like
is,
stuff like the Bill of Rights or stuff like that, they try to tell us that we're all one. You know what I mean? We're all the
Yeah.
same people, but it's not. You don't see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said.
Right,
They try to
exactly.
divide us with these parties. You know what I mean? Yeah.
exactly, and that's the thing. It's like it's two birds of the
Right.
same, two wings of the same bird.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
literally at the end of the day, and like the only way that we're gonna rise above our reason and everything else is if we actually work together as a
together,
team and
right.
as a unity, and we actually come together without all the bullshit from the government and all these other
Outside
people
noise.
trying to
Yeah.
regulate and trying to
Yeah.
do this shit. And you're being successful. Now we got to investigate. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
And knocking on
Push
the front door.
agendas. Like, nah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's really fucked up. Like and like some of the stuff that he said, it's just like it's kind of boring to listen to. Like honestly, like he doesn't have any type of charisma or
Right,
anything,
right.
but he's just like matter of fact.
Yeah.
And it's like it's really hard to listen to, but like
it's like
you
facts.
take those points away, yeah, it's facts. It's like it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, some of the stuff he said, I was just like going, damn, this guy's fucking
Nah, you
right.
gotta
Like
send me
the
some of
only
this
way to combat them is to be better than them.
Yeah.
Going back to what we said earlier about leadership and
being
a
a boss.
fucking boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. The only way is to lead by example.
No, that's
If
a really
we
good
led
point.
by example, then we're the fucking leaders. We take the power back. We have the power, not
I
them.
propose something for y'all. I feel
Go
like
ahead.
every week y'all should have like a little, not like a slogan, but kind of like something to live by. And I feel like this week
Yeah.
it should be like that. Be a leader, not a boss. You know what I mean?
There you go. I like
feel
it.
like that's like a good
That's like
mantra.
Jerry Springer when he ends the show.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
What's what's the difference between a leader and a boss?
no, why he nailed that though? Like,
Yeah, we need some people from your former job to listen to this shit.
man.
They can learn a thing
Yeah.
or two.
I think it too. Yeah.
Yeah, they.
But
they-
even okay, so that's a good point. Like
Right.
we'll spin that into the job sector.
Yeah.
So like you deal with
It's a waste of breath, really.
well, no, and actually, I learned this from one of the companies that I work for, a big corporation. I had somebody that used to micromanage me and just was
Oh my God.
up my ass and around the corner. Like literally, if I like breathed, I was breathing wrong. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right,
one of
right,
those
right,
type of
right.
like micromanager. I was like going, fuck. Like every day at work is gonna be fucking miserable. Like
Every
I do-
day, all day.
all day, every day is gonna be miserable.
It's
as
kind of like
shit.
that's kind of like what Samuel L. Jackson said.
But
All day,
motherfucking snakes on
no,
a
no,
mother.
no.
Wrong quote.
all day, every
Every
day.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what movie that's from. So,
So anyway, so like I realized I was like, okay, if I can either sit there and push and like we can do this
class,
all
right.
fucking day, and I was like, okay, like how can I get around this? And it's the same principle that this kid was talking about. I go strength and fucking numbers. If I can get everybody around me to basically do what I'm doing, then I'm no longer the one that's isolated. I'm not the black sheep.
Yeah.
No offense.
Man, you ain't gonna offend them, man.
I'm
on,
totally
man.
You must not know us.
You ain't gonna offend them, man.
But like
gonna offend
instead
us.
of being able to be a target and be isolated, she would have to isolate and target everybody.
Right, right.
And so I realized like I have strength in numbers. So what I can do is I can teach everybody the way that I'm doing it, and then now it's no longer the wrong way; it's the right way.
everybody's way.
It's
Exactly.
everybody's way. It's
Exactly.
the norm. It's now
Right.
the norm.
Exactly.
And so
That's smart.
she handed us a fucking stack of work to do. She's like, hey, like, y'all get these done, and I want them at the end of the day, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, this is a perfect opportunity. So I sat down with everybody. I was like, okay, here's how I do it. I know it's not the way they want you to do it. And here's the fucking thing that I hated. Everybody said, well, we've been doing it this way for 20 years. I've heard that fucking line so many fucking times, and like I literally, it makes me vomit.
Dude.
I want to vomit on their face because I'm like, just because you did it for 20 years that way doesn't mean it was right.
Exactly. You've been doing the wrong thing for 20 years, man.
So literally, I trained them. I showed them. We did the entire stack before lunch, and we literally dropped it off on our way to lunch. And we were just like nonchalant about it, like, "Oh, here's those books you needed, and we're gonna go like to lunch now." And she was just like, and she did like, how did y'all get these all done? Da 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 da. And like, I set the books down. I sat down on my desk, and I hear her get up, and I'm like going, "Oh fuck, this is where the shit hits the fan."
Right. This is where it happens right here.
So she comes over, walks over to my desk. She goes, "I don't know how you guys like got these books done that fast." She goes, "But I literally looked through all of them, and they're absolutely perfect." She goes, "Can you teach me how to fucking do it the way you do it?" And I was just like, BAM! So
How
not
the
only
tables
that,
have
she
turned.
I
wrote
wouldn't have done
me
it.
a letter of recommendation. So not only did I turn a complete L into a W, but she gave me a letter of reference. Yeah, and it was that turning point, and it was that thinking outside of the box, and that realizing that if I get everybody around me on the same page,
Right.
Yeah.
we have strength in numbers.
different. It's
This
different.
is same
Yeah.
shit with the government.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
It can happen, folks.
Man.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
Right. Yep. All right. So,
So, what else you got?
I want to question them on their former employer right quick. I want to do this.
I mean, now we've been talking about business strategy and
Yeah.
government strategy and
Yeah,
everything
I
else.
want
All
to.
right.
I want to do this.
Let's do it.
About to
Okay.
get shiesty.
All right. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts
Yeah,
and
what
make
part-
sure your tray tables are in their full upright position because it's about to get dirty.
It's about to get shiesty.
Yeah. What did you two like about that job there? If you want to say the company, you can go ahead, but I'm not saying it.
So what I liked the most was just like the fact that like you were really onto yourself. Like you were like no one's really on your ass, but they were on your ass.
Man, that's cap. That's cap.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
No, like you were
Because
on, like
it was
Yeah,
like
y'all
you was-
y'all two talk about it. Go ahead.
It's
We'll
kind of
listen.
like you were like to yourself, but like he said, you really weren't. It's like it's kind of like working and you feel somebody.
So
like-
explain, like how? Yeah,
it's like you
go
feel
to detail.
somebody. You feel somebody literally behind you, just like watching you and being like, "Hey, you could be doing so much better," but they're not giving you the tools to do so much better. So then you feel like you're crazy by trying to express yourself. So when you go express yourself to that person and you go tell the person, "Hey, y'all need to do a better job of doing this training," you know what I mean? ABC, they don't know how to do that. They can't even communicate their own problems to you. So
And it's called communications.
I have a quick story. Our first day, they brought us upstairs. Okay, so we were first downstairs,
Right.
And then the next day, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna move you all upstairs because we need people upstairs."
Yeah, so micromanaging.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they move us upstairs, and whenever they moved us upstairs, our manager, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like some Arabic lady. She moved us to our spots, but then just dropped us off. Like she just took us to like our area. She's like, "Yeah, you're in receiving, and then this is where you're gonna work," and then she just walked away. So me and my brothers like looked at each other like, "What the hell? Like, where the fuck we're gonna go?"
Mind you, I don't know what we're doing. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what the job is.
And then it's kind of like this kind of goes with Devin's story about how like strength comes in numbers. A guy we were working with, this African guy, he came like this tall African guy.
Simba.
Like, yeah.
Simba.
He came and he recruited both of us. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna train y'all," and then he taught us everything. And then literally the next day they're like, "Yeah, y'all aren't gonna do what he's doing. Instead, y'all gonna do this." They put me in like a whole different side of the room. He was
Their way versus his way type of thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then over time, the job like it was kind of weird because like there was a point where we had like a brotherhood kind of vibe until like he just disappeared. Like,
He just dipped. He just did.
he went AFK.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was
just
like
quit.
He kind of like brought us together
All
in the
together,
sense of
yeah.
like
Yeah, he did.
He did.
in-
He did.
in sense
Who,
like we
Simba
were-
or
Simba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Simba.
So
Simba
the way
did.
that
You keep saying he. Just clarify for the audience because they
Yeah,
don't know who
yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
So
Simba. Simba was the one, like he said, that trained us the right way. We came
Okay.
in, didn't know anything that was going on, so we were kind of like in the dark. So he was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I see these guys. They're willing to learn. They're
Right.
willing to work. So let me at least teach."
I
He
thought
taught
the
us.
same thing.
Right.
You know?
Patrick. I'll get to him in a second. He's more like a, hey, as long as I'm doing my own thing and they're not worried, they're not bothering me personally, it's cool. But he's always a person for, you know what I mean, for the people. But Simba was more like active. He wanted to be like a lead type of thing. He wanted to go for management.
Right.
So he was trying to show off as like a trainer, which he did.
So he was being a leader,
right,
not a
and
boss.
Not a boss.
Right.
Right. You know
There we
what I
go.
mean?
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Put it back full circle.
Yep.
So now, you know, like he said, he brought us all together. We were all you know what I mean, like seeing eye to eye. We started seeing like the same things, that like it wasn't us or the work itself, it's the management that's the issue. So this is where Patrick comes into play. Patrick's one of those guys that he's really a leader, but he doesn't want to say he's a leader. Right? You know what I mean? He wants he wants just, you know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like he's just kind of to himself until he's needed like that. So in the situation, he was just always just like in the background, just working because he didn't really want to stress himself out because, you know what I mean? It's kind of childish what we were going through. So it got to the point where even he was getting involved. And we're having meetings every day and we're still behind and they're yelling at us about numbers and stuff like that. So I'm just like, there comes a point where it's like, how much are you willing to like go through? You know what I mean? Especially mentally every day, you know you're going to get chewed out. And it's like, it's not a good working environment. So just the job itself, it went from being all right to just being I don't know, man, mentally just
There was
draining.
there was nothing. There was never anything said about, hey, y'all are doing a good job.
No, ever.
Yeah,
Nah.
Never.
I never heard
Never,
anything.
ever, ever,
No,
ever,
no.
ever.
I'm gonna start you off this way. I'm gonna start off this way actually.
What do you mean start me off this way?
Pause. But when I first
Hey, there's
day,
a salt shaker right there. So if you want to shake it whenever he says some salty shit, go ahead.
Yeah.
Andy's not here to do it, so
Yeah,
this is
everybody.
y'all?
Yeah,
that's what it
everybody-
is.
That's my
what-
salt. Yeah.
so you were like, what? He'll shake it?
Yeah, like right in front of the mic, whenever he's salty.
Just shake it?
Yeah, just shake it.
Oh.
He's a
All
dumb-
right, you
he-
now
he-
have
he's a-
been
yeah,
I've now like inducted.
he's a fuckhead. So whatever. All right, go ahead.
Andy be happy at that moment.
Yeah, I know you would.
I knew the job was weird when I walked in first day and I said good morning to everybody and nobody said anything to me. Patrick
Yeah.
was one of the first people to say good morning to us ever. And it's like, it's a weird place. Like, you know,
I actually
Yeah.
said good morning. I thought I said, hey man.
you said, I mean, that's still good morning though. You know?
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, true.
Yeah. 'Cause we'd be like, good morning. You'd be like, hey man, you know? Yeah.
Hey, at least I didn't say fuck off.
Yeah. Right. Marvel, I said her name. Fuck it. She would literally, we would say good morning to her, and she would just look at us and look down, just keep walking. And it's just
Oh
like,
yeah, she's guilty of something.
So
Yeah.
So anyway, go
little
ahead.
things like that, man. It was just
So I will give you this advice for any of the listeners listening, and
Yeah.
even to you guys, and maybe even to
Maybe him.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Shit.
Always look at who your supervisor is, and look at what kind of condition and state they are in, and then their
Yep.
supervisor, and like look at the condition and like the wherewithal and the responsibilities and everything else.
Right.
And if you can't see yourself being as miserable as them, that's the wrong job for you. And I tell people this all the time because I'm like,
real.
I've been in companies and I'm like, I don't want their job, which means I don't want to advance to take their job
Right.
and have their misery, responsibilities, misery, blah blah blah. And I'm like, so like having that work
Yeah.
environment that is, you know, conducive for, you know, positivity and growth and stuff like that. Like literally just look around you.
That's true.
All you got to do is put your head on a swivel and just look around you. It's like if everybody's fucking miserable, chances are you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, I mean,
If nobody can even say hello, like that's
crazy.
fucked up.
Yeah,
I
that's
ain't being
fucked.
able to say hello
it is.
wild.
And I mean, after Simba left, they asked me 3 times to be section head, and I just looked at them and said, "No." I
And
don't
another
think
thing
so.
too, if anybody y'all listeners and stuff, make sure to be friends with everybody in every fucking department, even if you don't
Patrick
even
and
Facts.
because
we're friends with everybody.
Yeah.
because like
What?
I mean I never go into like so
You
our,
remember
our building.
me and Kirk, we were friends with everybody.
Oh
We were
yeah,
friends
yeah,
with
yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
We were talking
yeah,
to everybody.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing is because like I've learned it like I needed their help and they've needed my help.
Right, exactly.
And the thing is like if you have that relationship with them, they're not going to be reluctant to come to you, and vice versa. You're not
Right.
going to be reluctant to come to them. Like
right.
is I mean I'm dealing with engineers, I'm dealing with warehouse people, warehouse managers. I'm dealing with labor staff. I'm dealing with corporate people, CEO, president, and all that sort of stuff. So like I deal with all of that on a regular, and I just like just want to make sure that everybody's happy. And what I like to do is like I hear their complaints and shit,
Right.
but I'm not one of those that like go and regurgitate it to everyone.
Someone
Me,
else.
I'm like in
Right.
my mind, I'm going, okay, like how can we fix this? How can we constructively fix
Fix
this?
this thing.
Not saying it's going to be my responsibility,
Yeah.
but
Shoot, how we gonna do it?
if I hear the same thing over and over again from different people, I realize, okay, there's a fundamental problem here.
something going on.
And so there's 3 things in business: people, product, and processes. And I don't care how big your company is, because I've worked for trillion-dollar companies and every gigantic company you can ever think of. There's always one that's missing. And chances are, the higher, the bigger the company, it's always the processes. And because they get, once again, that lackadaisical thing of, we've been doing it this way for 100 years,
right.
Exactly.
20 years. Literally, I heard this when I worked for JCPenney. They were like, oh, well, we've been doing it since 1902 or whatever the fuck they were founded. I'm like, dude, the world has fucking changed. since
Look
then.
at them now.
Yeah.
Look at them
like,
now.
yeah, I'm like, look at what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Exactly. Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Close them down and shit.
Well, and the crazy thing is, so I was there for 3 rebrandings. So yeah, so
3.
like I was there when they had the original idea, the original CEO,
Okay.
and then Ron Johnson, who came from Apple, came in, and it was really like revolutionizing and
Yeah.
stuff like that because he was like wanting to get the young demographic that JCPenney's never had.
Never had, right.
They've
right.
always had the older demographic, but the problem is, and I've learned a lot of business just by seeing all these CEOs fuck ups. his big fuck up was he forgot about his target audience. So
Right,
it's
right.
great if you're gonna include part of new
Yeah.
growth and
Audiences.
new
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like you have the longevity life cycle of them to be that elder.
Exactly.
But you can't forget about who your base is, and that's exactly what he did. He forgot about who his base audience was, which was the older demographic and stuff. So he was like so fixated, like Apple products. The thing is with Apple products, it's more geared to a younger demographic, but the ease of use and everything else is
Spans
why
out.
Yeah,
why
it's true.
older people
Older
use it.
use it,
yeah,
So he
that's
was
true.
like just doing this, and this, and like his ideas and stuff were great.
Right.
Like he wanted shops inside of a shop. So like if you've ever
Like
you
Sephora in the JC.
Yeah,
right.
exactly,
He wanted
exactly.
shops inside. Like if
That's
you
smart.
needed housing type or like kitchenware,
Right.
You go to like
You go over
kitchenware
there.
section,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and get all the stuff you need. So like the ideas and stuff were like very profound and
Yeah.
stuff, but he just completely dropped
Just
the
forgot.
ball.
He definitely dropped the ball.
on
yeah.
who his
Yeah.
target audience is, and like you got to be able to integrate, not separate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Integrate. Not
integrate,
separate.
not separate. God
Damn.
another T-shirt
Dropping-
idea.
Yes, sir.
Dropping bombs.
Man, we just rolling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Damn.
is.
Rolling.
Integrate, not separate. Ashley, hashtag timestamp.
Yeah. Timestamp. Timestamp that bitch.
Yep.
Timestamp.
Yep. So what else? What didn't you not? I already know that question. I already answered that, but what
I
do you-
didn't know.
What?
Yeah, I did-
Yeah, right.
How do you?
Further on.
How can I put it? What you didn't like?
No, things that needed improvement.
There you go.
And then we'll go with how do you think it should have been improved?
Okay.
New management.
I mean,
But you can just replace it with the same bad thing. That's not the solve. That's not the solution.
First things first, that shit was dirty.
yeah,
It
the
was
place
dirty
was
as fuck.
dirty.
Yep.
It wasn't maintained correctly.
Dirty.
The custodians were not doing their job.
Shit was everywhere.
So you know what that is?
It
custodians?
was dusty.
It might not even be custodians. That's just pride.
Yeah,
There's no
there's no
pride.
pride.
If so going back to obviously it didn't work there. Going back to what you said, like just the simple thing of saying hello tells me that
Right.
there's no pride in the workmanship,
Exactly.
craftsmanship.
There's not.
which
really.
means there's more possibilities of things getting fucked up because
Yeah.
people don't give a shit. They don't have any pride. The
Right.
thing is, you got to have a sense of pride in showing up to work today and say, I accomplished something. And looking at it at the end of the day and going,
Like,
I did that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I love about what I do because I can literally go to, and even this, I can literally go to fucking Spotify. I can go to Apple. I can go to here. I can go to, Amazon. Like,
Right.
we're fucking everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, there's a sense of accomplishment and a sense of pride going, dude, we did that. You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
like,
That's what
we're
life's
out
all
there.
about. Yeah, that's what life's all about. Those wins. You know what I mean?
But yeah, but seeing
Yeah.
the dirtiness and
Right.
seeing that, like, it's like a sense of like, there's no pride.
pride.
Like,
Exactly.
nobody wants.
Nobody wants to.
Why?
Do better.
Why?
Wow.
Why would I
are we
clean
even
this
here?
up? I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about this place.
That was the first thing. But it was definitely dirty.
Seriously.
The people were rude. It was the people were just weird or rude. It was just I don't know. The environment just wasn't like. I don't
Pat,
know.
how long were you there again?
He's been there for
Yeah, I've been there since October.
yeah.
October.
Hey, Corey. Yeah, we're talking our shit, Corey.
He's been there
So-
since October.
Yeah.
So how was it when you first started?
Oh God. Well,
Hey, audience, if you guys have any bad workplace stories, like, please feel free to.
Oh, yeah, drop
we'll
'em in.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put in the-
Because I'm sure
Good
y'all
chat.
got plenty.
Man,
And we don't want to be the only ones talking, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
it was. Oh my God. As soon as I walked in and I saw it, I went, "Holy shit!" I really, truly did. I kept my mouth shut. I was trained, sort of, kind of
say.
properly, but not properly. I was kind of trained really fast. I had prior, I worked part time there back in the 90s. It's a totally different company than what
I was just gonna say, how did it differentiate?
Oh,
Since you
God,
have
you
that
have no
historical.
idea.
Yeah.
What was the? Tell me how it differentiated between the 90s and now, because technology should have made things
That's what I'm
easier and
saying.
better.
Exactly, right,
So
yeah.
I want to hear because this is actually very interesting.
back in the 90s when we did the Promco run, which is now Verizon.
Prime phone.
And yeah, Promco phone. It was the first PCS phone with text.
Okay.
The Promco phone was. Of course, they changed everything to Verizon, and everything. So at that time, we were working out of the Redbird warehouse, South Dallas, and then we moved up to Centerport in Fort Worth, closer to DFW Airport. And the reason why it's different now than it was back then is because I'm not running the shit.
Right.
I'm not running it because I ran that.
Right.
I started.
But that doesn't tell us why it was different.
Everything went smoothly
But why? The why is always the most
How,
important.
Sway?
Why?
because
How?
I was a leader, and I showed everybody
Okay.
what to do, how to do it. Let's get it done. I gave them incentives. Remember?
Yeah, I remember you saying
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I gave incentives.
Yeah.
Like how?
If
Elaborate.
I paid for their lunch.
Yeah. Which we did.
Who's
we
they?
Tried. We tried that incentive at the new job, which it worked for a little bit. But go ahead.
Yeah. So if you appreciate your employees, you'll get
Exactly.
more.
Right.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Always.
you know
Always.
what I'm saying? You treat your employees like family, and
Yeah.
that's what I did back then.
Well, you think about it. You spend more time with them
Them than
than
your
you
own.
do your own.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
legitimate family. So, yeah.
Exactly. And so back in the day when I was a section head supervisor shipping for that place, we only had 2 shipping stations. And that was it.
Damn.
Oh yeah, just 2. That's how small we were, and there was no air conditioning in that fucking warehouse. So I had to go from one hot job at Southwest to another hot job at CTDI.
But it was like cool compared to
Well, it was a little bit. It was
to
a little
120
bit.
degrees
Yeah.
on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Damn.
So your
So,
shoes fucking melted.
oh yeah. I mean, you can see these shoes here. You can see where the concrete.
Bro, my
melted.
carpets have seen it.
Yeah. Okay. Jet
I
fuel.
remember I had to tell him, I was like, dude, take your fucking shoes off.
Yeah.
Wash your hands before you.
Yeah. Jet fuel on them melted. Whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Jet fuel's crazy. Damn.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So anyway, back in the day when I said, okay, if we get these orders done that's supposed to go out tonight before our lunchtime, I will buy everybody's lunch.
Right.
We would get them done, and they were supposed to last all the way until our end of our shift. But everybody wanted, their lunch free.
Right.
So I either got them pizza or wings or just took their order from one place and everything. And I would take my whole crew, take them in, beat them in the conference room. And everybody said, well, why? And the manager, Mike Ortiz, back then, says, well, why are they in the break? Because Patrick is feeding them because they did what, they did what he, what he asked them to do, and he gave them an incentive. We don't give incentives around here. I heard that.
Clearly.
Yeah. I heard
you're
that. And I opened the door.
Employee retention's a mother.
Yeah.
No, for real.
I heard that. I opened the door and I said, hey, Mike, I've given incentives out of my own pocket. And
Damn.
this is our fucking lunch. So if you want to talk to me, it will be after lunch, not now. Now shut the door. That was it. Don't talk to me and my people, or don't talk to me and my crew while we're on lunch, or I'm going to be extending the lunch. That's it.
Right.
You want to come in
I
and
love
talk?
how you're a hard ass about that type of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I'm like on the fucking phone, eating and
It's
talking,
all- hey,
working at the same time.
You can ask them, and sometimes I've even said, hey, man, fuck it. Dude, take a break.
Yeah.
And everything. I'm all about breaks,
Yes, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I used to take an hour, 2, 3, 4 hour break out there at
2, 3, 4.
oh, yeah.
Fucking 8-hour break.
Damn.
There was one
I
time.
just took a nap in the
Yeah.
clocked in, took a nap.
I would take a nap, too. I mean, I would tell my manager, my
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, his work ethic is the worst there ever was. I'm putting a disclaimer out. Don't be like him.
no, but I mean, I got
You know how they say be like Mike, don't be like
Don't
Patrick.
be like Pat. Don't be like Pat.
be like Patrick. Be like Patrick. I'm going to go take a nap. So, I mean, at Southwest, I mean, I would take a nap. I would lay down in the truck and I would just sleep. Or I would be talking to Devin on the phone and just say, oh my God, here comes my supervisor. Hold on a minute, Devin. I roll down the window and say, what the fuck do you want, man? Why can't you just leave me alone?
Right.
He goes, well, we got a plane swap. Not my problem.
Right.
And everything. I said, why can't the other one follow his flight and I follow mine? He goes, well, because the other one gets off earlier. Then get one of the part-timers to do it. I'm not doing it. And I roll my window back up. All right, Devin, what's up? Where we at? And he's sitting there knocking on the window, and everything. And I'm going, dude, leave.
Yeah, bro.
Go.
So that was kind of the catalyst of what started the podcast, because him and I would have like 3-4 hour conversations. I feel like going, God damn, I don't even talk to anybody this long.
Right.
And I'm like, why the fuck?
Yeah, especially when I was out in Tampa. When I was out in Tampa for the 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
Damn.
but anyway, back to the work or the
place of
place of
employment.
Past employment.
I always took care of my crew.
Right.
I always did. I learned more from Southwest, of course, and I always took care of them. I mean, it's just like some of the incentives that I ran, a couple times there.
Uh-huh.
I got in trouble for that.
Really?
Yeah, by Jose.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I got in trouble about that, and I just looked at him and just whatever.
I'd have been
You
like,
know
all
what?
right, explain to me the rationale why I'm
Right.
in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
push
I
out
had no
more
business of doing
you
it.
like go, why?
Yeah.
But yeah, I
You
know.
just keep going.
And
Why?
and I had, he said I had no business of doing it. I said, but this is the highest that you've ever seen everything.
Yeah, no, literally. That day was
This
like
is the
a career
highest.
high for everybody.
And
Yeah.
and what did I do? You know what? I mean, I said something the next day. I think to one of y'all.
Yeah.
I said, "Take your time, man.
Yeah. yeah.
Take your fucking time,
Yeah.
because you know
No
what?
stress.
I ain't doing shit."
Yeah.
And I would take my time. And he'd come back, "Patrick, why is your number so low?" I didn't have an incentive.
Straight up.
You should
You
have
know?
incentivized me.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. No, straight up.
And Kevin beat me by 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
So-
then he kept his end.
Beat
He
you
did
like
it.
how what do you
So-
mean? Like explain to the
Oh, yeah.
audience. Remember,
Receiving, go ahead. Y'all can probably explain.
So basically, we had like goals of like numbers we had to reach a day.
Right.
So we were kind of behind. So we were like, okay, guys, let's all come together and let's see who can have the most numbers. And whoever has the most numbers will win. What was it, like $50, right?
It's 50.
$50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something simple. So we were
Yeah.
just doing that, and then what was it? I beat him by 2, right?
Yeah.
And then he paid me the $50, and that day was like our career high as all of us as a group. We haven't pushed any more numbers since that day as much as we did.
and this is
Yeah.
what corporations.
Like ever.
So this is the challenge, and actually, I had this conversation today
Right.
with a couple of leadership. I'm like going. At the end of the day, I understand revenue and I understand like costs and everything else, but there's certain data and there's certain numbers that do not translate,
Right.
and
Right.
that's one of them. Incentivizing people and that sort of stuff. So like,
Yeah.
so that $50 that costs you what, $50?
That was out of.
But
that was
how
$50.
much
exactly?
production?
Did you
And
make?
it wasn't
Did you
even out of
make?
their-
Right.
It wasn't even their money. They're acting like it was their money that he didn't
Right.
win.
Yeah.
It was just his own money.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was just me. Just, you know what? I think I'll do this. Fuck it.
Right. Just,
I had $50.
You know,
Right.
it's funny. Like I
here.
thought about doing the same thing to the sales team because I feel like they're not really
Like,
motivated.
motivated.
But
Right,
at the
right,
same
right.
time, I'm going,
what would they say?
but
Huh.
they're sales,
Yeah.
so their paycheck is signed based on what they produce. So
Right,
at the same
right,
time,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
conflicted because I want to motivate them, but you can't motivate them by money if they're already
Getting paid.
Can't
money.
lead a horse to water.
Right.
You know?
right. It's like, so how do you incentivize a sales team?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
You know, because I've given them the tools, and I looked at it the other day, and they have not
haven't
been
been-
utilizing
yeah.
the fucking tools, and I'm like,
Give them
You know
an
why they haven't-
incentive. I mean,
you wanna know why they haven't-
fucking $20
I
will
can-
do wonders.
I can tell you why they haven't been why they haven't been utilizing tools,
What's up?
because they'll be tracked.
Oh,
They'll be
damn.
tracked by their
See,
numbers and
see,
what
nah,
they're
that's
actually
crazy.
doing.
yeah.
And those numbers ain't gonna look pretty. But see, that's the thing is, I am not the VP of sales and marketing. I'm just marketing.
Right.
Now, if I was the VP, if I was in charge of sales and marketing, I bet their fucking ass I'd know every single number that they fucking generate and every
Right.
single
Exactly.
thing they're doing in real time. So
real
that's
time,
so.
exactly,
Let
yeah.
me rewind.
Yeah.
When I was at AT&T, when we were talking about people, processes, and products,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like we had great product, we had great, amazing fucking people all across the globe. We launched in 13 countries in 12 months. So like we
Sheesh.
fucking kicked the doors down, like literally. But the thing is, when you grow that fast, there's a lot of things that can kind of go to the wayside, which is numbers.
Right.
And at the end of the day, in order to be successful, you have to know what your fucking numbers are, because at the end of the day, people lie, numbers don't. So
Facts.
that's
Facts.
Yeah.
That's
getting
facts.
that out of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
so they were doing everything in Excel spreadsheets, and I'm like going, oh my fucking. And I literally, they kept sending me these Excel spreadsheets. I'm going, is this today's data or yesterday's data? Like, when was this data collected? Like, when did you decide to put it in? And then I was like, dude, I got to come up with a better solution. So that's when I came up with Smart Sheets. Well, Smart Sheets is a browser base, so they can do it on their phone.
Oh damn.
So they could literally be at a client and type in the information, send the documents and everything all through the browser, and then it would be in real time. So like I could take that to leadership and show them like, these are the digits in real time. This is the numbers. And I didn't have to do the back and forth. I didn't have, hey, send me your numbers. Hey, send me this. And
Right.
and they weren't stressed because they didn't have to rush back to the office to input it, because they
Right.
had it
They had it
on
their
them.
phone.
Right.
Exactly.
And so I was like, I killed a lot of birds with one stone. And then I realized, like, I implemented this for the sales team. And then all of a sudden, I started dealing with the traffic team. So traffic in the TV space, what traffic does, they're in charge of booking slots, time slots. So, like, the way TV industry works is you have your prime time, which is obviously a higher dollar amount. Then you have your like late night, which is a lower dollar amount. So you have all these different increments, and you have all these data sets that change and everything depending on the channel, depending on the viewership, depending on all these factors. So it's a lot of factors that are very confusing.
Okay.
So this is when I first started getting into AI, because AI made sense of all of this bullshit and all of the channels and all the mumbo jumbo, and it basically said, here's a hot spot for this demographic. Here's a hot spot of this channel. Here's hot, and literally I could look at those hot spots and then link it together and go, okay, so if I'm Toyota and I have a demographic of 32-year-old males, then I can tell you exactly what channel to advertise on, because this is going to give you the most money. Where before there was a guessing game.
Yeah.
And so utilizing the AI and everything else, we were able to target market to the exact demographic that they
needed,
which
generated more money.
Way more money, because now we can charge a premium, because we have very targeted and we can prove it.
Right.
Yeah. And so, like, literally, their revenue and everything exploded exponentially. I think, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but we did like 20 million first year, which for any company that's launching for the first time, that's really impressive.
First year's
and
crazy.
what I was
That's crazy.
So when I built that for the sales team, I realized dealing with the traffic team and all their issues, I was like, I can build the same thing for the traffic team, and utilizing the same data and everything.
Right.
And then I started doing that for the traffic team, and then I realized, well, then there's the finance team. So the finance team is the one, and this is very fucking confusing. So if anybody that works in the entertainment and scheduling and booking and all that sort of shit, I'm about to walk you through the process.
Let's do it.
So when a salesperson sells a time slot to a Toyota, let's say, then it's got to go to traffic. Traffic's got to book those spots and those commercials, and whether it's a 30-second or 60-second or 90-second commercial, they book that spot. Then it goes to finance. Finance actually gets the money collected on what aired at what time based off the traffic.
Right.
They were all siloed. So before I started, so sales team had one number. Traffic team had another number, and then the finance team had a completely different number. And leadership looked at it and go, why the fuck aren't the numbers the same?
Right.
If they sold this and it went here, why did it not close at this? And then that's when we had to explain, like, well, it depends on what time slot and blah, blah, blah. So they may have sold that, but at the end of the day, this is what actually closed. So what I ended up doing was integrating the entire process. So from here to here, it was basically what's called a buy flow. So it literally integrated from the beginning of the sale all the way to the end of the sale.
Damn.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, even though these companies, AT&T's been around for fucking forever. My grandma's had stock in them since it was like Lucent, and I don't even know. Actually, it was AT&T Bell.
AT&T Bell.
Oh yeah, it's
Bell.
What?
And then
it was Southwestern Bell at one time.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and it was AT&T, then it was AT&T Bell, and then it was, dude, it's been.
I think it was
stock.
Southwestern Bell first, and then AT&T came in, and then they merged and took AT&T. AT&T. What you call it?
Bell.
No.
Oh. Then it was Singular for a while.
Business model, yeah,
and it
Business
was like
model.
I've literally
That's what I'm
watched
talking about.
her stock portfolio change names, but it's the same stock. Changed fucking so many times. I'm like, God, I can't even keep up. Southwestern Bell was the other one.
Yeah, Southwestern Bell.
Southwestern
Started out as Southwestern Bell.
So funny story. I had 3 email addresses, one of which was Southwestern Bell.
Yeah,
and one was
SW Bell.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
So when you work for the company, you literally have 3 email addresses.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, talking
Southwestern.
about
fun with that.
processes
Yeah.
and shit
Yeah.
like
Have fun with
that.
that.
Yeah, like I don't
Have fun
care
with that.
how big the company is. At the end of the day, their processes are all fucked. And I literally realized when I came to work for this company I'm working for now, I realized I literally could do this for every single company in existence, because every single company has a sales team. Every single company has a finance team.
Yep.
Right.
Every single company, I'm like going, dude, I could fucking make
do this.
bank.
Yeah, do this for everybody.
Yep.
And it was funny. So it took several months for me to build it for AT&T. It took a week for me to build it for my current employer.
Damn.
Yeah, and integrate it and everything with all our entire sales team.
That boy got the process down.
Yeah, I got it down, bro. It's
Pat.
that muscle memory. I was like,
Yeah.
Say, yup. Like riding the bike.
Yeah, so I mean, and then that's pretty much what I did, and I kept telling me and Simba would talk a lot. I don't know if y'all seen it or not,
Yeah.
but me and Simba would talk a lot and said, "Don't take it." I would
Yeah.
tell them, "Don't take it, don't take it. You're
Yeah.
better than this. You're don't."
don't take what?
Don't take the
The
leadership.
whole leadership thing.
Yeah, the whole leadership thing.
Because he was fighting for it so hard. Like, he really wanted
Well,
it.
he. It's
So
not
what if
worth
he
it.
went in
It's
and
not.
implemented
It's not.
change?
Not for that company.
He
at
wouldn't have
least.
done it.
How? Why?
Well, because the upper management there wouldn't let him do it.
Facts.
He was not.
So what if he got strength in numbers?
He was not.
See, that's what he was getting to. He was getting at it. But
He was.
I don't know.
They still. I don't think they still cared.
Mm.
They didn't because he was not a yes man.
That's true. Yeah.
Simba was not a yes man. Neither was I.
But I've never
Neither
been.
were they.
I've never been, but I've always been able to prove,
You can't.
not by word,
Devin,
but by action.
To these
Right,
people,
yeah.
to these people, you would not be able to. No, they're right. You're wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought the same thing at
That's true.
JC Payne, like I said. Like
Nope.
I had
they're
that
right.
lady-
You're wrong.
Yeah, no, he's right. That's how it was.
You know,
Either their way or the highway.
And I mean, that's true.
Like, seriously.
And
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that day
Yeah.
that they come to me and they tell me what I'm expecting, and I will be going, okay, do I get a exit interview?
No, for real.
Because if I get an exit interview, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And they can ask me the questions, and I would say no comment, no response, because I'm going to waste your motherfucking time like you did mine, you know, because of what's been happening with me in the past month.
And that's just.
You know?
Crazy. That's just crazy.
So
And it's just, I mean,
a certain somebody that's listening right now
That's crazy.
is going about to happen to the same thing that you're talking about right now.
Oh no.
okay.
Oh no.
Ashley's no longer working for P&H.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I
So
told
it's
her,
been 2 weeks already.
yeah, dude.
Holy fuck.
Thursday's her last day, which is
Yeah. Okay.
which is like completely mind fuck. But I'm like, I
Y'all
go,
gonna miss
'cause
her.
she was literally like going like, I don't want to like say this stuff. I go, but understand. I go, if you really care about the people and the company and everything else, like you need to voice. This is your opportunity to voice all your concerns because they might actually do something.
Right.
If they get enough, if they hear it from you and then they start hearing a pattern, they might actually do something.
That's true.
I was like, don't hold that back because now you're hurting everybody
else.
that you used to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Yep.
So in your case, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he
and
don't.
none of y'all work there
No,
anymore
we don't
anyway.
work
It's
there.
like,
We don't- you know what I mean? We don't
Well,
work
no.
there.
I mean, I understand. I understand from her point.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I really truly do. But I mean, if it's one person saying, "Okay, this is what you need to change here, 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 and here," well, I mean, are they going to really care? I mean, I'm not talking about her job.
Right,
That's
right. No,
her
right.
leaving. I'm talking
Yeah.
about in general, because the corporations in general are so fucked up right now. And I can say this because I'm not fucking there. Bob Jordan, CEO, Southwest, gave himself, before he gave everybody else, gave himself a $12 million fucking raise today.
That's crazy.
Today?
Today.
$12 million.
Before he gave everybody else one.
See, and
12 million? Nah, that's crazy.
No,
like so
Seriously, because oh, dude.
Dude.
I mean, I still.
So I have so many solutions to solve so many fucking problems.
But nobody is. I mean, nobody's going to listen,
Yeah,
Devin.
nobody gonna listen.
They're
Yeah.
not the higher ups are not going to listen. The CEOs, COOs, CFOs, they're not going to fucking listen.
well, no,
they
what
don't
I'm saying
give
is,
a shit.
hold on. What I'm saying is the government loves to regulate as much as they do. And I hate to say this, but if they regulated literally all the CEOs and what income they can draw based on a percentage,
Right.
based on a percentage of what your employees are making,
Right.
based on what your income is, and
Exactly.
based on all of the numbers,
Right.
then you get this amount and that's it.
That makes sense.
Because to me, at the end of the day, the CEO ain't doing shit. All of his fucking people are the ones doing it.
Yeah,
And like
they slaving.
to your point, so when I left when AT&T whatever, the CEO stepped down or retired or whatever, and he took some exorbitant fucking payday. It
Of
was
course
like
he did.
it was fucking astronomical, and I'm like going, this is during COVID and everything else.
That's like
And I'm like, this motherfucker took the right opportunity.
Right.
He knew this shit was gonna fucking go to hell in a handbasket, and took a payday and got the fuck out. And I'm like going, there should be fucking regulations. Like if I'm getting triple taxed
but there's not going to be.
on shit, I know, and
That's
that's the problem.
That's what I
Because-
mean. Exactly what Jerry Arpey did with American when they filed fucking bankruptcy. He left $26 million.
Mhm.
He got
said, "I'm out."
$26 million and put everybody else into fucking bankruptcy. That's when Doug Parker came
And
around
this
with
is the
American
problem
West,
because
and they merged, or U.S. Air, and,
and
they
here's
merged.
the other caveat I want to say. I feel like every fucking CEO needs to work a month in every fucking position of every company.
Still not going to happen.
I understand this is not
They won't do
perfect
that.
world,
It's too hot outside.
Yeah, they won't do
but
that.
they need to understand. Like when you watch like Undercover Boss and shit
Right.
like that, they get a fucking reality check because I've worked my way up to get to where I'm at. I get it, but I've been a
bottom.
dishwasher.
Right, yeah.
I've been a bus. I've put in my fucking sweat equity,
Exactly.
is what I call it. You know what I
Right,
mean? I'm
right,
like,
right.
and some of these people just get grandfathered in, or
Exactly.
some of them get like,
Right.
I'm a Harvard grad, blah blah. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I've literally I have beat people out of jobs that had PhDs, masters, the whole fucking 9 yards that
Right.
were on paper
Perfect
light
candidate.
years above and beyond me. But at the end of the day, I had experience, and I had experience with some of the biggest clients and everything else they didn't have. So I got their job because of that, and I was able to succeed because they would have been going in there going, but my book says to do this.
Chapter
Oh,
10
don't
says
even give me
this.
fucking story on that. There is only one CEO that came out and helped. One with the companies that I've worked for, and it was a very, very few. There was only 3. With one company on Christmas Day, and we were short because nobody wanted to work Christmas Day,
Right.
so they gave us doubles, and you can make a whole week's pay in one day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back when I worked there.
Yeah.
One person came out and helped. That was the CEO. It was Herb fucking Kelleher.
And this is why you have
And-
mad respect for him, right?
Oh, I have. Oh, dude. I mean, I
All right,
can.
all you CEOs, if you're on LinkedIn, listen to this shit because
because what I did.
I've owned my first corporation when I was 21. So you got to do a lot to get my admiration.
Damn.
That shit right there is what.
Oh yeah, he
what a
came
good
out.
CEO. It's
That's
that
true.
leader versus
being
a
a boss.
boss.
That's true.
Exactly.
Look up Herb Kelleher
Yeah.
and read about him.
Damn.
You know,
That's crazy.
I mean, he would come out Christmas Day. He would come out Thanksgiving Day. He would come out, Black Friday. He would come out, Black Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
Because during that time we always called it on Thanksgiving, Black Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, because that was in probably Saturday too. But he would come out. He would throw bags and everything.
Damn.
A mechanic made a
CO.
mistake one time by letting Herb marshal in an airplane. Okay,
What?
a mechanic, an aircraft mechanic, because at that time, back in the day, around 2000, 2001, the mechanic in 2003, the mechanics, they always brought the planes in. They marshaled them in. They pushed them out. Okay, so they would bring it in, or he was bringing it in. He literally walked up to Herb Kelleher and said, "You did it wrong." Hey, do you know what Herb said?
What?
Oh, I did? Okay. All right. From now on, all you mechanics, yeah, you're gonna be pushing, you're gonna be fueling, you're gonna be doing this and doing that, and they can all just blame you for it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't tell the CEO that you're doing it
No.
wrong.
No, come on now.
I mean, when Molly was a little girl, I took her out there, and I let her stand in front of me with wands to to bring it in. But of course, I was standing behind her,
Yeah.
higher, doing this.
They were paying attention to you,
They
not
were
her.
paying attention to me,
She was
not
like, "Go
her.
left, bitch."
Yeah. You're like, nah. I'm not-
Yeah, they were
gonna
paying attention to me,
Right.
not to her.
Yeah.
And so, and then of course, as it got closer to the tee, I just grabbed her hands and just kind of just crossed them,
Cross 'em, yeah.
so stop them, and then they chalked and everything. And I said, okay, go back in there and behave. Don't say nothing to nobody and shut up. Okay, let me do this, and I'll be in there and get you, and we'll go home. So, and that's when that's when everything was easy. But Herb. There is a picture of me and Herb on my Facebook, and I always post every once in a while because he is the best fucking boss that anyone could ever have. You know what I'm saying? If CEOs want to learn, they can go to fucking Herb.
Yeah.
Damn. Of course, Herb passed away in 2019.
Damn.
I flew back from Tampa. Nobody knew I was here. I flew back to Tampa, went to the convention center in Dallas. Had a shot of wild turkey because that was his favorite shot.
101.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
and
Grown man
it-
stuff.
there was a little bottle of wild turkey in everybody's
Speaking of
seats,
shots.
Yeah. No, I remember when I worked
and,
at
and
Southwest
then everybody
event. Yep.
and then everybody just put the wild turkey up, and
Yeah.
we all took the shot. But anyway,
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah. Yeah. He still felt it.
he was Herb was the only guy that can walk into City Hall in Dallas. Any building in Dallas with a cup of wild turkey, a glass of wild turkey with ice in one hand, and a cigarette in another. Smoking, drinking, smoking, drinking. That guy smoked 4 packs a day.
God damn.
Holy
He
shit.
lived.
4
He
packs.
lived to be 89 years old.
Bro, don't follow in his goddamn
yeah.
I'm not,
footsteps.
no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You shouldn't think that's
I
like
knew what
something
you were
like-
doing
No,
with
no,
that.
no,
I know
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
doing
no,
by
no.
saying that.
No, I'm not doing that. I there's no
He's
way.
like, follow.
I,
He's over here like, you know
I
what?
can't.
That's
No,
a good idea. Hang on.
But on one of my reunions, my 20-year reunion, and I remember this, that and I can talk about it. That there was a real big rumor that the former CEO before Jordan took over kicked Herb out of Southwest headquarters. Ooh, everybody was pissed. Everybody was pissed. We had just bought AirTran. Why? Probably because of the airplanes and the routes that they had, because we didn't want to fucking waste money on trying to get routes from the.
You already have it established.
Right.
Well, yeah, infrastructure,
Yeah.
And everything. But we went there, and we went to the convention and everything. This was 2012, yeah. And we went to the party, and so everybody was all in there, and we're all going, okay, drink, and everything. So we're all
Typical party
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
banquet stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
banquet
about
stuff.
6,000 people there.
Damn.
Okay, so
Yeah, Southwest parties, they don't fuck around.
yeah, they don't. We do,
I've hosted a couple.
yeah,
They're
they
fucking-
don't.
they're
They
lit.
don't. Yeah, they are.
They got drinks.
oh yeah,
flowing
we had.
everywhere and food too. Like,
Oh, yeah, we-
they- no
Oh
joke.
yeah, we had Sugar
Yeah.
Ray there that night.
Sure. Right. Damn.
Yeah, Sugar Ray. Yeah. So anyway, Gary Kelly, the CEO at that time, Gary Kelly walks out on stage.
Right.
Do you know what everybody did? They got up and walked out. Everybody. Well, everybody except
But
for
the
the
few company men.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll stand
Bring it
sir.
a quarter to
Everybody.
I love
Yeah.
you, sir.
Also, we were going to contract negotiations too.
Right. Right.
So, and that kind of helped a little bit.
For sure.
But everybody walked out except for the people that hey, Southwest, yay, Southwest. They're from AirTran. They didn't fucking know at that time, and all that. And so we're all out there, and we're all just talking and everything, and we're all just drinking a beer. I had a beer in this hand and one in this hand, just in case I ran out of this
Double
one.
fisting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just in case I ran out of this one, I had that one. Put it down, go get another one. It just kept going back and forth.
All right.
But anyway,
Double fisting.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Double
but
fisting.
but anyway, and we were watching on monitors.
Right.
You can see nobody. Nobody was in there, and he was still talking. You know, I mean, like I said, air train people in there. Okay, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
they're all
Well,
good.
because that's a fucking highlight for them.
Oh, yeah.
They went from air train to like, oh shit, now
no,
we're part of
no,
Northwest.
actually, what happened was that they went from fucking $7-8 an hour all the way up to 25.
That's
Oh,
exactly
yeah,
why they
that's
showed up.
exactly why.
Exactly. They're like, hell yeah.
They
payday,
didn't
bitches.
they didn't earn that fucking 25 at top out that I had to earn or anyone else old school Southwest had to earn. So anyway, he was in there and he was talking and all that, and everybody got quiet. Shh, 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 shh. Let's listen. I mean, you can hear a fucking pin drop. There's about 2 or 3,000 people out in the lobby. Okay, you can hear a pin drop. Okay, what does he say? Okay, here comes Herb. So as soon as Herb started walking out, we all started filing in.
Right.
And we stood there and gave him probably about a 10 or 15-minute ovation.
Damn.
That's awesome.
And that's the respect that Herb had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But he earned it.
He did.
And
He did earn
he
it.
wasn't a boss. He was a fucking leader.
He was a leader.
Damn, that's like the theme of the night, right? Like,
So-
all right, hold on. All right, are you almost done?
So it's like Colleen.
Because I'm gonna spin it full circle. But go
Okay,
ahead.
Go ahead.
but it's like Colleen Barrett too. Herb and Colleen worked together. Herb was an attorney in the beginning, right? Okay, so Colleen was his secretary paralegal. Okay, in the beginning, and then that's when, of course, you know, the napkin thing. I don't know if you know about it or not.
No.
Well, they were sitting in the bar. I want to tell this, and I'll let it go.
Okay.
They were sitting in the bar. Roland King and Herb was sitting in the bar drinking, talking business and everything in San Antonio. All right, and they got they got a napkin out and everything, man.
I love
Businesses that are
fucking
Roland
napkin,
King.
dude. I got so many, but go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Or Roland King did.
Okay.
Roland King said, "Hey, why can't we start an airline?"
Okay.
And Herb I read it in a book that he wrote. He said, nuts about Southwest, when it was all peanuts when they gave away. But anyway,
Before everybody had peanut allergy. Go ahead.
yeah, and everybody started complaining, and all that shit,
And now they just-
and all that fucking crap.
No more snacks for you.
Yeah, that's true. So they were sitting at the table, and Roland said, "Why don't we start an airline?" And Herb just kind of looked at him and went, "An airline?"
Right.
Roland drew a triangle, and he put Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. Why can't we have just going around every day?
Dude, you know what's funny about
And
that?
and so what did Herb say? Roland, you're crazy. Let's do it. Okay, so they did it. In they took first flight in 71, June 17th of 1971. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Look at this motherfucker over here.
And then
like
1970
historian,
I was like,
right?
damn.
Like,
And
goddamn.
then
I'm like,
1972.
Exact date, my boy.
In 1972, they could not make payroll.
Okay.
So what did they have to do? They sold an airplane. They sold an airplane to make payroll. Then after that, from 1972 on, besides 2020, they've almost been 50 years profitable.
Damn.
And
But
it was
you
all
know-
ran by Herb
By-
Keller.
But you know why?
Start
all the
off
way
with
up to
napkin.
2000.
Damn.
Man, there's so many things I have to say.
Yeah, it's 9:10.
Damn, it's 9:10.
All right, 20
So-
minutes. 20 minutes.
So
9:30.
utilizing all the information, because I know you want to start a fitness.
Right.
Fitness and what else?
Okay, so what I want to start, which I already have started, it's like a training. Like I want to be a personal trainer, like a one-on-one trainer. So
Yeah,
I want to
talk
be
to my
like
kid about that.
Yeah, so I want to be like a personal trainer and just like an online coach. And my hopes are just to open a mountain gym. So that's like my end up.
Open your own gym.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so based on all the things you've heard,
Right.
tell me how you gonna run it? Because you've heard like horror stories.
No, like see, honestly,
like
that's my
walk
thing.
me through the process. Walk me through like what your vision is.
See, like
and
my
everything
vision
else.
is like you said, it's the 3 P's, right?
Right.
You said people, processes, and
You're close. Products.
products, right?
Yes.
So products.
No, man, it's profit.
No,
I mean-
that's the problem because
People,
yeah,
processes,
I'm
and
joking,
products.
I'm
yeah.
joking.
When you have
The
those
3 Ps.
three, you will have profit.
You will have profit. Hey, it's like an equation.
And
you know what I
that-
mean?
and that's
literally
true.
is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
You
like
like
a math
can't.
equation.
You cannot put your people over profit.
Exactly.
Exactly,
You
and that's
can't.
what
And
like
that's
when
what
I
it was.
hear
Everybody's doing it now.
Right.
Everybody's putting profit over people.
Yeah.
Shareholders over people. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
You know, it needs to be about us.
Mhm.
And
that's the thing about with my business. I want it to be
Let's hear
more
it.
people ran. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want them, like, obviously, you know, with physical training, it's all about the person. It's all about the client.
Right.
So I don't want it to feel like they're giving their money to me every month so I could, you know, just take their money and everything. I want it to feel like a personalized experience. So if they feel like, okay, this month I've been kind of slacking, I want them to be like, listen, man, I feel like I've been slacking. I need you to step up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So how you gonna do that?
So the way that I want to do that is
Tell me your vision.
incentives.
'Cause I can tell
Exactly.
you
See,
what incentives. Okay.
not only incentives,
But
but
how
I
is-
wanted to
how's he
start
gonna-
like a rating program. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, let's say after every workout, you rate my performance
Right.
as your trainer.
Mhm.
How engaged was I? How motivated you feel after? And you could be completely honest with me.
Mm-hmm.
And based off of that, we can go forward and we could just figure out like a plan how we can both benefit from it, where I'm a better trainer and you're a better person at the end of the day. Because there's too many people I see nowadays, especially in the fitness world, where they're too focused, like he said, on the profit and not
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
too much on the 3 Ps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, the 3 Ps equals that profit.
Right,
So if you
exactly.
skip those 3 Ps, you're not even gonna get to the final product. You're just trying to jump to the end.
And
So-
and words from the wise man of Sir Kelleher.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, he would love that. He would probably, drink and smoke. Yeah, that was good, Patrick. I like that one.
So you've announced the product.
Right.
You got the people, obviously.
Right. The process a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now we need to walk through the process
That's the
because that's
process.
always the key in any
Right.
business of your success or your failure.
Right.
So walk me through the process that you have, and I will help you along the way
Okay.
if you need it.
Right. Like, okay, so obviously it's a one-on-one online coaching business, or it could be in person. So the way I wanted to start is I want it to be not just about everybody wants to be just like, swole or big, whatever. I want it to be inclusive. I want it to fit your needs. So before we start anything, I want you to take a quiz, which I've been kind of working on. I'm going to kind of send you a couple drafts.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah, definitely. So like I have a UI UX background. I
Okay,
have a IT background.
Damn.
I have a marketing background. I own an entertainment company. So yeah. So
Right.
like, I am the,
Adult.
like. I started, like I said, I started my first corporation when I was 21. So like I have a lot of leverage as far as a business sense. And if you go add me on LinkedIn, you can see how well connected I am.
For sure.
But like, and that's why I love to hear new business ideas, and I love to, because like at the end of the day, like you can rely on your friends and stuff, but like what good are they? What businesses have they operated? What
Right.
what successes
Yeah.
have they had? And like me, I'm all about integrating with CEOs. Like I told Patrick today, I had literally 2 calls with CEOs. I had one actually came into my office, and I had one that was a Zoom meeting. So I'm like, I am very well. I don't deal with the middlemen. I deal with the CEOs, like the major people of companies, because like I want to brainstorm with them.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they should be the people that are making the decisions, and that's what's the problem with a lot of these companies is they aren't.
They aren't.
Yeah, they're
So-
just like, I'm collecting a fucking paycheck and I'm
exactly.
going home. You
That's
know what
all
I mean?
that
Like
matters, right? Nah.
it's that profit over people like
Exactly.
mentality.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to get with you is like I want to hear because I sense that you like want to help the people,
Right.
and I want to hear how like what your steps are, like what you've experienced, your first step all the way up to like your end goal.
Okay. So, we'll start off a little bit like background. So so I grew up playing basketball. So I was always athletic until my senior year. I stopped playing because I focused more on school. So from there, I really wasn't as athletic as like active as I was.
Right.
Good for you. You were focused on school. Go
Right.
ahead.
So I
Well,
was
see
doing
me,
that
I'm
thing.
focused on business. That's why I look like the way I do. Because I can show you pictures of when I was boxing and shit. I was toned as fuck.
Right.
I
So
was ripping that
He was a little
eight-pack.
puny motherfucker.
I was.
Yeah, he was. He was a little puny
Dude, I
motherfucker.
could not, like, no bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I could not gain weight for the life of me until
real?
I realized I started managing 6 different GNCs.
and then
And then I realized, like, I started taking Andro, which was legal at the time, which is
Whoa. Yeah.
now not legal.
Uh-huh.
And then I started protein loading. So I was taking a lot of, like, I did a lot of tuna
Yeah, okay.
and a lot of
Yeah,
chicken, but
yeah,
I'd, like,
yeah.
spaced it out because I
Damn,
know,
that sounds
like, if you,
that sounds like my son.
bro, like, I was
dude.
at 230. Like, I was fucking
Damn.
huge. I was
Damn.
like I was muscle mass, and I used to weigh 150. So
Damn.
like for me to go from 150 to 230, just being solid muscle, I was.
He's slowly getting back to 150.
I mean, if I could make the
250.
time,
250. I'm sorry, my bad. 250. I was thinking about my son. Sorry. Yeah, 250.
No, like the biggest challenge with
No, I'm
me,
just
and like this is
kidding.
going to be the challenge with you too, is
Yeah.
is when you have somebody that's so involved with so many different companies and corporations and stuff like that. It's just like finding the time for me to like,
balance.
if I left to go work out and then
Right.
come back, that's like 3 hours or whatever, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I could be
yeah.
making 175 fucking an hour.
Right,
like
right.
I'm losing money.
That's what.
And I'm
that's
like
how a lot
going
of people
like
think. Yeah,
when
that's
I'm
true.
like
That's true. That's
when
true.
I'm running companies and shit, I'm like going, God, like I really need to, but at the same time I'm like,
It's like,
but I
yeah,
got all
feel
these
that, though.
clients,
I
like
feel
you know
that.
what I mean? It's just
See,
like
That's kind of my thing, though. I kind of wanted to integrate that, kind of be like, okay, I understand everybody has their own day-to-day type of thing.
Right.
But you can always make, a little bit of time, a little 30 minutes, a little 45,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to get a little cardio in or a little, just a little exercise in. So that's kind of my thing. I kind of want to, before I even get into the program, like I said, I have like a quiz where it's kind of like, where are you at? Are you more on like the advanced?
So let me ask you.
Right.
So where are you at? So like, what are your goals?
My goals personally?
No. What is your client's goals? Like
Exactly.
that's the key.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
are they trying to tone up? Are they trying to get bulk? Or are they trying to like?
It depends, right?
Yeah.
So let's say like you're trying to bulk up. Okay, where are you at right now? Let's see where you're at right now, and we can go from there. Okay, what are you comfortable with in the gym? What are you not comfortable with in the gym? Because not everybody likes to work out in gyms. Some
Yeah.
people like to do like the personal thing at home. Some people like to go outside. So there's different ways we can go about it. So
Right.
I'm more about like the personalization to make
Yeah.
you feel a little bit more comfortable. But
No.
as time goes on, we can expand. Try
Yeah,
new
and
things,
it's all
you know?
about that personalization.
Exactly.
It's all about that the question and answer, like getting
Yeah,
that
yeah,
feedback,
Yeah.
getting to what their goals are and stuff like that. That's where I was trying to get.
For sure. No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, so go ahead, walk me.
Yeah, so okay, so like I said, I used to play basketball, stuff like that, and then after I stopped, I gained a lot of weight. I got to 250, not like any muscle or anything; it was just fat. So I looked myself in the mirror one day. I was like, "No, this is not it." You know what I mean? I got to do something about it, right? So
Right.
I started going to the gym. It took me a little while. It took me about a year and a half, but I eventually lost 90 pounds. So from there, I was
Congrats.
160. I was real lean and stuff like that. So I was okay. I see that there's a process. Like you could do this, but it takes more than just going to the gym. It's more mental. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and a lot of people just want that overnight fix,
Right.
Ozempic and all that shit. Like, yeah,
Tren, all that stuff. Right.
everybody
Yeah.
wants to. Yeah, they
Just
just
get there.
Yeah,
Right.
They want that magic pill.
So that's kind of what I
That's-
want my thing to be about. Kind of more like the journey.
Mhm.
Enjoy more the journey. Enjoy the failures. Enjoy the small wins. So when you get to that point where you want it, where you're at, you'll be able to look back and be like, man, you know what? Like you said earlier about starting your own business, you could be like, I did that shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And sometimes it could take, for example, a couple months. It might even take a year.
You can take an idea on a napkin.
right, and then make
I've
$1
seen
billion,
yep
so-
millions of. I've seen
yeah.
I've
So-
seen several companies. I've helped launch several that were just literally
That were-
drawn on a napkin.
is
That's
crazy.
why I love
Yeah.
that. I love that that scenario,
thinking,
that
right?
philosophy. Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want it to be more about just like I said, the journey. Be more personable with people versus other fitness people. Fitness trainers, whatever you want to call it. But my goal is just I want people to be able to go to the gym and just wherever they go and just feel comfortable with themselves. I want people to just be able to be happy with themselves and just, I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on, but if you can just be able to tune out that noise, you know what I mean? And just to be able to say, you know what, I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my life and I'm comfortable with how I look and how I feel. A lot of people, I feel like they limit themselves because of their physical like thoughts of themselves and everything like that, and how they perceive themselves physically, and which it will trickle over into like their business or their relationship or their finance, certain things like that.
Well, it's confidence, and that's one of the things that
It's like a base,
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you have confidence in yourself and your abilities and your body, then it exudes out to the
Other
ether
things.
and other
Right,
things
right.
and business and everything.
My boy
else.
Devin gets me, man. You know what I'm saying? it's the Devin Kevin connection.
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm
yeah.
Is that
saying?
Devin and Kevin connection?
You know what I'm saying? That's that Evan connection.
Yeah, right.
But
Oh,
no,
man.
so one of the aspects of, obviously, like I said, I ran 6 different GNCs and stuff. Keyshawn Johnson used to come in,
Oh,
and
damn.
the Cowboys used to come in.
Shit.
Oh, dude, Keyshawn used to fucking quiz me every time he came in. And he would come in every time with an entourage, and it was fucking hilarious. And I'm like, dude, you
Typical,
really
right?
show up to a GNC with like 4 fucking people?
Come on,
like,
bro.
what?
Come on, bro. You buying your vitamins and shit. Come on, G.
No, and it was hilarious. But yeah, like, and he literally would fucking quiz me all the time about things, and like, I literally I had to read the supplement shit,
Yeah.
like I had to be up on it, and but yeah, it's one of the things. It's intake versus output. So like, if you intake 2,000 calories and you only burn 1,000 calories,
Right.
then you're at a deficit, which you're going to gain fat. And that's one of the things too, is like if you're trying to build mass and stuff, they usually say take your body mass and multiply it times 2 if you want to get size. And that's exactly what I did. So I was at 150 pounds. I was doing 300 grams of protein a day, spread out. Oh, yeah.
300. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, dude. And then at night, there was a product that I used to take that actually did slow release protein. Yeah, and dude, that's how I got the fuck like that.
That's how you got so big, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. And like when I was at the gym, people were like going, "What the fuck?"
What's this guy?
Like on the squat rack, I had 14 45-pound plates.
Whoa.
And then I had somebody sitting on top of it. Like that's how much. Like because I got to the point where like I couldn't put any more plates on it, so I was like, hey. I had my spotter sit.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so like my legs and then my upper
That's
body,
different.
I was at like 750, somewhere around there. Like it was
Sheesh.
fucking ridiculous weight.
Damn.
And people that like knew me before were like, dude, you couldn't even put 150 up.
Right.
Like, what the fuck
Well,
is
you
going
like the
on?
Hulk now, man. Like you like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the problem is like then when you stop working out, then you look
Yeah,
like this.
Now it's never too late. I always tell people, man, it's never too
It's
late.
never
You know
too
what I
late,
mean?
but like the thing that
never
I
too
talk
late.
to, like even other businesses and other like owners and shit like that, go, the thing that you can't give me is time.
And that's what everybody.
Yeah.
They,
And
they
that
can't
is
let
the
go of that.
hardest. That is the hardest
Yeah. I think the
struggle.
grasp, right? Yeah.
Is because I'm like going, man,
feel
I
that.
would love to do that, but I'm like, I got all these 500 other fucking things.
Yeah, time is money, and I ain't got neither. I say that all the time.
So how are you gonna like deal with the aspect of like intake versus output? Like so, like if they burn 1,500 calories,
Right.
but they take 2,000, like how are you gonna deal with that? Like, are you gonna like look at their meal plan? Like, how is that gonna?
Okay, so
Isn't
Like if
that
they're
a
going to fucking
nutritionist?
McDonald's every single
Right,
night,
right.
you
See,
know?
No, you don't go fuck
That-
McDonald's.
see,
Man.
that's my thing. If I'm seeing that, like you said, when
Yeah.
that input versus output isn't really adding up, that's
Yeah.
where we start having that conversation. Like, listen, how serious are you about this? You know what I mean?
But you need to have that metrics of their intake.
Of their intake,
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
That's-
So like I'm talking
No,
to you
no,
like
you're right.
in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
build of
Uh-huh.
your perfect,
Mhm.
whether it be an app or whatever.
Right.
Do you have that nutrition
Aspect?
Because to Patrick's point,
Mm.
if you're not a nutritionist, then there's going to be kind of a
Right.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of like
little
a
bit
discourse
issue,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. See, that's where more like what I've been trying to focus on now more is that nutritional aspect. So I could, like you said, I don't really want it to be like an app. I kind of want it to be more like a website that they could just log into. Kind of, I don't know if you heard of MyFitnessPal, right? You heard of that? So it's this thing where you just basically input what you ate all day, and it would just be like, okay, you're at this for the day versus what your goals are supposed to be. You're doing 60% of your proteins, but you went over by like 10%. So I'm kind of trying to implement something like that to where it's kind of like a kind of like a chat GPT type of thing where you just input something and it automatically gives you something else.
Okay.
Like let's say, okay, my
no, that's
goals
great
are
because
just
the biggest problem with people is they're lazy.
exactly
They don't wanna put
exactly.
their shit in.
They don't want to put it in.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like,
with
they're
AI
like,
and
"God damn
everything,
it."
you could just easily just be like, okay, my goals are just 150 grams of protein a day or 100 grams of fats a day. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm also working out with like this. So how am I doing? You know what I mean?
So you're
Yeah.
you're actually onto something because
Okay.
ChatGPT will actually write your entire meal plan, and it
Really?
will also tell you what ingredients to get from where.
Really?
Yes, it's
Dang.
it's at that level where.
Dang,
Pretty fucking creepy, huh?
I gotta start looking into chat.
So yeah, this is why we're having this conversation
right.
because I know the solutions. They are out there.
He's leading me somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, this was good, man. For real.
Yeah,
real,
so like definitely there is integrations and
Yeah.
stuff that with the Chat GPT, like literally they can organize the entire and they can even break it down to what sections of the store.
Really, like the aisle.
Yeah, like literally all your dairy products are this, all your veggies are here. Dude, it's
That's trippy. I might have to check that out.
because I literally because I was like, dude, it's like because I tried Factor, I tried fucking HelloFresh, I tried
Oh,
like
right,
all of
HelloFresh,
these
yeah.
all these different ingredients, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't have fucking time to prepare it,
That's true.
to cook it,
Yeah.
to do all the shit that I need to do. So I'm like, well, I'm fucked. I'm literally to the point where I was like, what I do now is I just cook Sunday for the entire week, and then
Shit,
that's
that
good.
works. Yeah.
That way I can at least regulate what I'm intaking.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not going out. I'm
Mhm.
not going, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, well, with Chat GPT and stuff
Right.
like that, you can say, hey, like, cut me the meal plan for the person,
That's
body shape.
trying to-
So,
yeah.
like, perfect example. I'll tell
Right.
you a secret tonight.
Mhm.
So, like, when y'all filled out that form on, I think it was Smart Sheets, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I ran all that information through Chat GPT,
And that's
it-
how you made the
the
Yeah.
bio,
whole,
right?
the whole entire bio.
I was thinking, I was like, how did he perfectly
Yes.
input everything that
Yep.
we put? That's crazy. Hey, man. You a
Yeah,
smart
hey,
man.
I put in. Hey, I put in. One time, I put in, Captain America
Uh-huh.
drinking and smoking pot in an abandoned bar, and pow, there it is,
Wow.
a picture of it. And he said, he looked just like Andy.
Shout out to Andy.
You
man.
know, I mean, there was four different pictures of Captain America, drunk and smoking pot
Damn.
in a bar. I went, which one do I
Wait, you
go
should
with?
use that for the next AI thing.
I
Yeah,
know,
you should.
I
Yeah,
know.
whenever you do the whole talking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
my name
yeah.
is Andy, and I'm Captain of fucking America.
When I'm not high, I am Captain America.
Captain America.
When
French beat my joints.
I have COVID. So anyway, well,
I'm invincible to
Hey,
everything
what's up with
except for COVID.
What's up with the shots, guys?
oh, you want to take a shot?
Yeah. I
Okay.
heard somebody mention it earlier. But
Yeah, we'll take a shot.
What was that, Josh?
That
Is
was
he still-
Josh.
all
Yeah,
right.
that was a couple hours ago.
It was a couple hours.
I'm sorry.
Shit, we
So
are
we-
2 hours.
We're 2 hours
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in, so we can go ahead and just take a shot and then
Just-
just call it.
All right, cool.
And then we
Let's
can
do it. Close up. Yeah. Closing shot.
What,
Bam.
do you have it? Or is it right there?
Yep, it's enough.
Hey, Kurt, you wanna?
Full circle moment.
Yeah,
Hang on. Let me
yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. I don't like the others. That's why I got it.
You don't like the...
Hell no, I don't like
Just
that
finished
shit.
up, you know what I'm
No.
saying? We still live. About to take this last shot. You know what I mean?
So what? Y'all are live. Y'all are live on what?
We're just filming our vlog. You know what I mean? I'm trying to start up a YouTube channel, so I just been vlogging up the whole day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first
All right.
podcast.
Well, I
Appearance
mean,
and everything. Like
yeah.
This is,
Very nice.
yeah. Very, very nice.
yeah. Subscribe to us too. So
Yeah, subscribe
what
to
the fuck?
Frustration Unlimited, man. You better. Y'all
Eh.
better.
F you.
They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Hang on. Right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Right there. Yes, sir. Oh, is this mine?
That's yours.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
You want to take a shot of ginger ale? sorry, Kurt.
All right,
Can't-
pour
we
him
just
water.
can't do it. We just can't do it,
I
Kurt.
feel
Sorry,
bad leaving
man.
somebody
It's
out.
all good, man.
Yeah, I do too. I
Do it.
feel
All
bad.
right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Right there.
Yes, sir. Right
we're
there.
we're stretching.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Blech.
What's that? Peanut butter whiskey?
Hey, you bought it,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Peanut butter chocolate whiskey? What is that?
Peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
Peanut butter.
You know, that's all I talked about up
Yeah,
there. Get
yeah.
some fucking peanut butter
Yeah.
whiskey shit.
Yeah. Take a shot of peanut butter whiskey. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Appreciate y'all having us, man.
Oh yeah. Anytime.
This
Anytime.
was-
Y'all want to come back? Just let us know.
No,
let
please.
me or
Please.
Devin know.
Now, this was awesome for real.
Don't let Andy know. He'll forget.
Andy, man. Next time we come up here, you got to be here, man. You
Yeah.
got to be here.
Hold
Yeah.
on, before we leave, I got it. Like, I haven't heard much from Kirk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
we haven't.
Like,
Okay.
so
is his
I heard
mic
about
on?
his,
Right.
his aspirations. What are
Uh-huh.
yours?
Mine right now, I'm in school for engineering.
Oh,
There you
See,
go.
look, no wonder we
off
haven't
the
heard-
whole time.
We've-
Oh,
no wonder-
Bruh. His mic was off the whole time.
I was wondering, like, dude, we
Bro.
have not heard
Really?
shit.
I was like, why can't I hear myself?
Bro.
So you literally, when you were talking, his mic was picking it up.
Damn. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Well, what's up, guys?
Wow, 2 hours and 20.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, you were asleep.
Welcome in, Kirk.
Welcome in, homie.
But-
So yeah, tell me like what are your plans? I mean,
But
you're
right
19.
now,
Like,
yeah.
what you
So
got
right now
going
I'm
on?
in college right now for engineering, but I'm
that's
also
awesome.
like my
What
one
kind of
my-
engineer?
mechanical.
Oh,
Good.
dude.
Stay in school.
Dude,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
bro,
sir.
I'm
Yes,
telling
sir.
you,
Yeah.
in my line of work, yes, that's
Yes.
fucking
Yes,
that's
sir.
the one to be in.
Yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm in school for that. But I'm also I'm really big in like videography. I like recording stuff. I
Oh,
like
shit.
which is why I like cars, because cars you can mix both of that. You can mix like videos and you can like it's cars too. So it's like badass.
Rolling Thunder.
So-
Shout out Rolling Thunder.
I'm making a car club, which is like something that I've always liked doing, but I want to make it kind of different. I don't want to make it how like all the other car clubs is, where it's like you're kind of shitting on each other. Like I kind of want to be like
Hey, that's kind
Years.
of that's kind of like the movie industry too.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
seriously,
that's
shitting on
seriously.
each other.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you're into car clubs, my buddy's been running one for like 10 years,
Really?
and they don't shit on each other. Like
Oh,
it's
damn.
literally
It's like some legit-
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you need
Cruises.
to come. You need to come over to one of my fucking car shows.
So he's talking like the owner of the
Yeah.
My
He
name,
knows who I'm talking about.
my name's Raymond Hershey. So come on.
Hey, I just talked
Hey,
to him. I haven't-
don't be offended, Raymond. You know I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
shout out to Ray Ray.
What's
yeah,
up, Ray?
yeah.
Yeah, so Raymond, he just bought a house.
Okay.
I
really?
I don't know if I even got a chance to
No,
tell you this.
uh-uh.
Like, literally, he called me a couple days ago. I hadn't heard from him in fucking months.
Yeah.
Like, long ass fucking time.
Yeah.
So they just bought a brand new 2022 DR Horton house in Aubrey.
Damn.
Really?
And like he was talking about it. He's got a 3-car garage.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense because
Okay.
obviously
You're
having
right.
a car show company.
right.
and
Right,
He's
right.
got like what 4 or 5. And he also told me he got a new Escalade.
Damn.
New to him Escalade.
Of course.
He said he didn't want a brand new one because like the transmission and engine on those were just shit.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's got an older one. But yeah, like he was telling me all this stuff. So like that would be a good opportunity for you to like, especially like if you want to see. But
For sure.
the challenge with him is it's older classic cars. So
Okay,
it's
right.
not
Okay,
newer
it's like
cars.
newer
It's
cars,
not
okay.
modified. It's
Yeah.
not like
like tuned.
Right.
tuned. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he does every now and again does have like Skylines and stuff
Right,
like
right,
that.
right,
A couple Ferraris. But it's not like with what is it? Park. What is it called?
Park Avenue.
No, no. I have all the apps in my phone.
God,
because-
Right.
I remember my dad used to have a '57 Chevy. Oh my God, I remember that.
She was clean.
I wish. He kept it clean.
Yeah.
So several of my cars were in the car shows.
I'll bet.
So I had a M3 convertible that was in the car show. My Mercedes
Word.
was in the car show. Both of them which won for imports. And then so like I've been there,
Right.
been a part of it, experienced it, and stuff like that, and it's really really cool.
Yeah.
The camaraderie, like just the way everybody is,
Hell
and,
yeah.
and that sort of stuff. And then Park Up Front, that's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Front,
So
okay.
Park Up Front is a big app that's global, and it's like deals with high end cars. So like
Yeah.
my Mercedes is
Yeah.
in there. I
Okay.
think my Tundra is even in there. So I had 24s on my Tundra.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
So like yeah, I had
Oh, shit.
it was all decked out.
Decked out, yeah.
Yeah, it was in a couple photo shoots. It was actually in a movie.
What? Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but now I was like, after driving it for about a year or two with the 24s, I was like, fuck this. Went back to that.
Went back to Mercedes. Huh?
This shit was like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, you
hard.
feel
as,
everything.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
no, done. I mean, it was bad enough. It's a truck, but
Right.
yeah, when you put 24s on it, it was even worse.
Shit.
That and I was getting tires all the fucking time. So yeah, I went back with stock. But yeah, like it's really really cool. But I'm interested in hearing what your aspect and your take on what you're gonna do different,
Yeah.
because it's all about different
Different.
mousetraps.
Exactly.
So okay, so this part isn't really different, but I really want to like, I kind of want to like be into like you know how like motorcycle MCs are, how they all have like the same clothes, like they have like it's kind of like not like a brotherhood, but
You
it's
want a
like
gang?
kind of. It's kind of like one, but it's like without the weapons and stuff.
He wants the
Yeah.
mafia up in his
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
It's like kind of like a shared culture.
He wants the
between each other.
banditos,
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
but for cars.
So it's like anybody can join. Like anybody that's like has some kind of interest in cars, no matter if you're like behind or if you know a lot of cars, you can still join. Because I feel like a lot of people are scared to join stuff because they feel like they're behind or they feel like they don't belong there. But my thing is like you belong there. You belong anywhere.
So how
You know
how
what?
gonna
That's
give
too
him that?
bad. That's too bad. I don't have my 1973 Ship Brown Catalina.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You know? No, it's my 1973 Pontiac Ship Brown Catalina
Damn.
or Catalina Ship Brown.
I can't
Catalina
remember.
I-
shit brown is
It's been a lot of
crazy.
episods since then.
I know. It's been a
178
lot. I've
episodes,
never
damn.
said. I've never.
200's coming up.
Yeah,
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do for 200? Y'all gonna do something big? Y'all should.
Yeah.
We are. It depends on when it falls. I think
Okay.
it was gonna fall around New Year's.
Nope.
So
Ooh.
yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta bring us back for 200. That's
Oh,
all I gotta say.
yeah, like
200 be crazy.
200.
200 be crazy.
Y'all gotta bring us back for
New
200.
Year's, we got to figure out where and how that's going to be.
Okay.
And
I
it's
think
gonna
it's
be a private
after.
event.
I think it's after New Year's.
Oh.
Yeah, it
I
just-
think we need to be somewhere besides here.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be like for the 200. We are not going to be here
Damn, gangy.
because
We
as much
need to-
as I like to light shit on fire and burn shit.
Oh yeah.
We need,
Yeah,
we need to
yeah.
be
That shit out
somewhere.
here.
We either need to be
Yeah.
at Sneaky Pete's or at Marty's,
Sneaky-
or
Sneaky Pete.
because if we're going to be at Marty's, we need to like book it now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right,
But I don't know. I don't know. You
What's the
know,
sitch? Yeah.
I don't know. if-
Ashley would be the details person on that
Oh yeah. To be
because
continued.
she's been really good about like figuring out like one of the anniversaries we had was
Okay.
fell on my birthday.
Oh damn. Okay.
yeah,
So she's, like,
we did the
planning shit.
150th. You know,
it
on
was
his
on my
birthday.
birthday. It just
Okay,
happened
shit.
to land. So I was
Okay.
like, and my
Yeah,
birthday
we-
was on a Tuesday. I was like,
Yeah, and
Oh bet.
we made it a Ryan Reynolds birthday for him.
oh my god, it was. Dude,
I was
Ryan
asking people.
Reynolds.
To,
I had people showing up in the studio like literally the entire podcast. I
What?
literally had so much shit like I couldn't even like
it was all Ryan
go
Reynolds.
through it all.
Damn.
What the fuck?
And
Damn.
it
And then I
was all
felt bad
Ryan.
because I'm like I pulled it all out of the
Yeah.
boxes and shit, and I'm like I don't know what's from who, where.
Right.
I'm like,
I don't know who to thank.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's where this one came from.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
yeah, that's his man crush.
No.
Anyway, yes, it is. But no, I mean, I had talked to Ashley about it, about, you know, asking her to spread the word around work,
Right.
you know, to post, you know, every once in a while, you know, a Ryan Reynolds picture
Yeah.
or something Ryan Reynolds, you know,
Themed.
and all that. Yeah,
Dude,
themed.
everybody
And I
went
got
fucking
his mom and
ham.
dad involved in it.
Damn.
You got my
door
next
neighbor.
door neighbor involved. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. They
He went
they
all
went
out.
fucking ham.
Damn,
I had
shout out
Ryan
to
Reynolds. I was like going,
W friend right there. That's a good
wow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's a good friend right there.
Got him a blanket with him,
Damn.
you know,
Nah, you
with
went
no
really
shirt
hard.
on.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
You know,
yeah, he went that
He said,
extra
"I
mile,
love
yeah.
you, Devin," you know, and all that on
yeah,
the
this
blanket.
shit. I was just like going, oh my god.
And then his mom and dad got him a candle that smells like Ryan Reynolds, you know.
What?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
It's a thing apparently.
yeah. It
There
What
was
does
shit
it smell like?
that I got. I was like going, I didn't even know this was a thing.
No, seriously.
how does Ryan Reynolds smell? Like?
I don't know. Ask him.
Devin? Devin, do you
I
mind
have
letting
not
us know?
lit the candle, so I would not be able to tell you.
So and then
Certain things are sacred.
yeah.
Wow.
So I did.
Wow.
I had.
Totally kidding.
I had Robin. I had Robin Lively do a
Cameo?
cameo,
Yeah,
do a
cameo,
cameo
yeah,
video
yeah.
because you know it's Blake Lively's sister.
Mhm.
And she's
And-
a redhead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
my
Black-
kryptonite.
yeah, and of
I was
course,
like, damn, that was a double whammy. That's fucked up.
Yeah, for real.
and of course, you know Ron's sister-in-law. So
Oh, damn.
that's it. You know, of course, that's as close as I could get.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
and
Oh,
everything.
you did
And-
good. You did good for sure.
Yeah,
Dang.
we had David Faustino, which is Bud Bundy.
Okay.
I mean,
From Married with Children.
from Married with Children.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah.
of the main. What's that? Ted Bundy's
Son.
son, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to say nephew.
I was going. I was
seen that show in a minute.
for a second. I was going.
Ted
You know, Not
Ted
Ted
Bundy's
Bundy.
a killer.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah,
Al
Ted
Bundy.
Bundy's dead.
Al Bundy.
And then we had Tom Arnold come in.
Oh, damn.
Tom Arnold on cameo too.
Damn, okay.
Damn.
So-
all out.
Yeah, so I mean, me and Andy coordinated some stuff and everything. And
I was really impressed and I was really surprised. Like I've never had a birthday blowout like that ever.
Shout out to Patrick,
ever.
man. You did
Yeah.
good, bro.
42 years. Like it
Yeah.
was by far like I know like the best part about it was all caught on film. So like
Oh, damn.
20, 30 years from now,
You can
Yeah.
go back
I
and
can
look
watch
at
it
that.
and be
Hell
like,
yeah.
God, like that was
That was a good one.
fucking
Yeah,
epic.
his 42nd birthday was like my 21st.
Hey,
Because my
double that
21st,
age, you know?
yeah,
My 21st, I couldn't
Hey,
even get into clubs. I even showed them my ID. I was like, they're like, no.
No.
I'm like going,
yeah.
what? I'm about to get lit.
Oh,
motherfucker,
seriously?
but not here apparently.
My 21st, we had a party. Of course, my 21st was in '88.
Fucking
And-
old ass.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
No, it was in the year 88, not like 1988, like year 88.
No, not 1988. And so we had a.
So
we
when
had
you
a-
rode the dinosaurs,
Yeah, we
in,
had a. Yeah,
you Flintstone that shit. All right, what happened?
yeah, I did in the stone car. Yep.
car?
And so I mean, we had a party and everything.
Does that
And
explain why you're so short? Like, because you had to fit in that little stone car.
yeah, that's it. Ha ha.
Mike muted for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah. And so anyway, I mean, people started showing up. I didn't even know, and they were paying for fucking soda. They were paying $3 solo cups
Damn.
at the door,
Damn.
because we had 6 kegs for my 21st birthday, and we
Y'all was crazy.
We floated all 6. Yep, that's how many people was there. Yeah.
That's wild.
And so everything that we made at the door,
Mhm.
yeah, they're given to me.
Damn.
They gave it to me for my birthday.
Damn.
And so they were friends. They were friends from American, friends from Delta, Southwest, and then Menzies Aviation, Butler Aviation, everybody that I knew from all the other airlines.
It all came together.
Yeah.
Patrick's very well connected.
Yeah.
As you can see
As you can
from the
see.
podcast,
Yeah.
he's got a
From
lot
everything,
of
yeah.
people coming in.
Yeah.
A lot of people
So
checking in on them.
yeah.
They got
So
love for you. They got love for you.
yeah. Well, I don't know, but whatever. There's one person that has not been here, or actually two people that have not been here that I would like for them to be here. One refuses and says no all the time.
Damn.
My other one is saying, I'm thinking
son.
about it, I'll be there, but I just don't know when. So, and that one's my son.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought the first one was your son.
No. That's not my first one. So, he did say a couple times that he wanted to come on and all that. He's been on other podcasts nationwide and all that crap because of what he does. So, anyway, yeah, that's that.
That's that, yo.
Yep, it is. But
So going back to you now that
Yes,
your mic's
sir.
on.
we'll go 15 minutes.
All right.
15 minutes.
All right. So what do you want to do? So you got car show. You got the.
What do you want to do with your life? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's your vibe? What's your vibe?
Yeah, what's your vibe?
That's a good question.
No, we really got him now.
Besides
So you're in engineering. So
Girls.
Yeah.
what are you looking to do with the engineering?
I'm really trying to
Work
work
at
for.
CTDI.
Hell no. Hell no. I would love to
Hell
work for. I would love to
no.
work for like an aviation company, or like a car company.
Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin. That's definitely like an aspiration of mine.
Skunk Works.
Yeah.
Go work for
Or
Nor-
Bell. Or
Northrop,
Bell.
Northrop Grumman.
Oh, Grumman. I've been hearing about them too. Bell Helicopters, and also one I want to work at. It's just something cool that I've always been into. But honestly, back to the car stuff. I just want to start like my goal is I want to start hosting like meets like not just here but all over the U.S. because I noticed that online some people don't have the same access as like cities like DFW that like has like a jillion people that live here
Right.
versus like some cities that do have people that have like nice cars but they just don't come together.
Right.
So all it really needs is just a big platform or somebody that has like clout or like famous or something to bring them together. Then that will also like lighten up a new like culture.
So are you looking to get like influencers or like how are you gonna gonna do that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking to like.
So how are you gonna find those influencers in all those small?
Well, okay.
Yeah, because that's like it's a logistics issue.
Right. So my biggest thing is I watch a lot of YouTube, so like I kind of like pinpoint where people are at. So like I kind of have an idea of where people are at. So like my thing is I want to start doing like the big cities that like most of them are at, and then like trickle down, like kind of like how like
Herb Keller, fucking napkin triangle.
Right,
No,
That's it.
So in all honesty, what's funny when he was mentioning the whole napkin thing. So like I ran a comedy tour, and like we literally were gonna do the same triangle. Yeah, it was
Right.
like literally it
And it
was
worked, right?
Dallas,
Yeah.
Austin,
Austin,
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally it's like okay,
Not Austin, Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Well, Austin,
Dallas, Houston.
Dallas,
Well,
Houston,
we
San
were
Antonio.
we were gonna do
Antonio.
Austin because it's closer.
Okay.
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 And
so
we're gonna
Dallas,
do-
Houston, Austin.
Yeah, Dallas, Austin, it's comedy. Austin's
yeah,
big.
Austin's big on
huge
comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
San
That's
Antonio,
true.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Houston not so much, but San
really?
Antonio,
Oh, Houston's not that big on comedy.
Houston.
Oh, dang.
I mean-
Houston's full of assholes, just like Austin.
Like Houston has more clubs than comedy
that's true.
clubs.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's more
Yeah.
clubs,
Yeah.
more,
Like
more
entertain-
clubs
yeah,
scene.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
More
So
pleasure entertainment.
we were
Yeah.
we had that triangle, and then we were going to expand outward. So
Awesome.
like to your
Yeah.
same point,
Right.
like you have that triangle and then expand
Go
outward.
from there. Yeah.
Like you get your proof of concept down, which
Okay.
is what I tell everybody.
Yeah.
Know your numbers.
Okay.
That's going to be the key. So this
Okay.
is the problem that I've explained to my buddy that's ran it for 10 plus years. I go, tell me what your cost of acquisition is. Tell me what your customer like retention. Tell me how many hours you spend. Tell me what your and he can't tell me. I go,
can't
tell me
say
what your
anything.
ROI is.
Yeah.
And literally he looks at me like,
Duh,
are you speaking another fucking
right,
language?
right. No, for real, for real.
I'm like, bro, you don't know if you're making a profit if you don't know how much time and money you're spending.
putting in.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Like, so you got to know, like, the proof is in the numbers. So, like, you're an engineer major.
Yeah.
It's not a business major.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
in the logistics of how things work, but not the fundamental business and the
Yeah.
financial
Right. Right.
side of things. So
Yeah.
the financial side of things is like, okay, how much is my time worth?
Mhm.
Obviously, in the beginning, it's going to be worth. You're going to be giving a lot of shit
That's
away.
something,
Yeah.
You're going to be giving your time away. You're going to
lot.
be giving your energy away. But
Right.
you need to get to a point where you have the metrics to know how many people showed up, what they paid, how much time you spent, and then how much money you walked away with. And then
Right.
you got to be able to figure out what your profit is after that. And then you can go, okay, once you have the model in one location, then it's so easy to replicate it.
And other
Yeah.
locations,
Because you
sure.
have
Like that model.
set
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And this is what I told. So give you a case example. Have you ever heard of Good Guys?
Yeah.
One of the biggest car shows. They
Guys,
started
yeah.
the same time as my buddy's car show.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't understand why they're so successful. And I go, I can tell you easily in like 5 fucking seconds why they're so successful. They know their numbers. You don't.
You don't, right? Yeah.
I go, at the end of the day, the reason why they can replicate that model is because they know what the fucking model is.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a fucking model to begin with. Yeah.
They know how much money they spent. They know
Right.
how much time they spent. They know how many people they had to hire.
Yeah.
They know what that cost is. They know how many cars they had. They know what the cost per car is. They know what to charge. They know all that shit because they have the data. And that's the thing with a lot of these businesses that they run, and that's what it pisses him off. And I tell him, like, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. Because the difference between a hobby and a business is you
true.
know all the numbers.
And
Yeah.
And a hobby is just like you're just doing
Yeah,
fun.
you're just doing it. That's
You're
true,
just
right,
doing
yeah.
it because it feels good.
It feels
and
good. Yeah,
you
it
want to
makes you
do
feel
it.
good. No, that's true, man. Damn, you ain't got a business, you got a hobby.
Yeah, you got a
Damn.
hobby, and like
Shit,
it's much.
shit.
They're like, but I generate $1 million a year. I go, don't matter. You still have a hobby.
That's true. Damn. That
That's
boy
true.
Devin's
Don't forget to
spitting.
write that
Yeah.
off on Texas.
Facts.
Well, that's the other thing too.
Did it on Texas.
People that have a hobby that don't know their numbers, they don't report.
Right.
And they don't report because they think in their head that they're making more money by not reporting. But the thing is, you're not because you don't know your numbers. So you don't know what your profit margins are.
Right.
You don't know what, any of that information. So you're actually doing yourself a disservice because if you were registered as a LLC or incorporation, you can deduct a lot of those expenses. You can like your tent, your flyers, your print materials, your collateral, even the cost of the venue and all that sort of stuff. Like it's all deductible.
Right.
But the thing is, people to get in their head that like, Oh yeah, no, like, I'm not gonna claim. I'm not gonna like register with the state. I'm not gonna do this
Do
and
any
stuff
of that
because
shit.
I don't want to. Yeah, like I don't want to pay all that shit. But
I
at
ain't
the end
gotta
of the
pay
day, I'm
Uncle
like,
Sam. Fuck Uncle
at the end of the
Sam.
day, you're just screwing yourself, and
Nah, for
that
real.
was the fundamental
That's
difference.
You end up like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Or not paying my
Seriously.
taxes. Man. They're gonna catch you.
They gonna get you.
They're
Uncle
gonna
Sam
get you
gonna
one
get
day.
you. Yup.
Yep, they will.
Yup.
They will. So
So you
Yeah.
mentioned aerospace and you mentioned Bell Helicopter. So if you're into cars and everything else, why you want to get into aerospace?
Just because I just know it makes more money.
Oh,
You think?
fundamental flaw. Fundamental flaw.
you think?
That's why.
You think it makes more money?
I know it makes more money. I know it makes more money.
You think so?
I know it makes more money.
Okay. All right.
So here's business lesson 101.2.
1.2.
Whenever you
hell?
follow the money,
Yep.
You can't follow it.
you can't follow it. It's like Bob Marley said, money is infinite. It's always printed. It's always produced.
That's true.
If you follow the money, you will never succeed. You will never win.
True.
Damn,
You
that's
follow
true.
your passion because the passion, you'll succeed and you'll reach it. And you can, it's a
Damn.
tangible object you can
Hot
reach.
damn it.
Damn.
You know, I hate, listen,
Go ahead.
I hate doing this. I hate doing this.
He has me on
No,
fire.
I'm
no,
on
hold
it.
on, hold on.
Damn.
I hate doing this, and Devin knows that I do. I hate doing this, but I agree with the motherfucker.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, we have a podcast first.
Classic. This is a classic episode.
Yeah.
Classic episode.
Classic. This is a
Might
classic.
go down as the best
I
episode.
mean,
Hell yeah, it
I
is.
mean, there's every once in a while that he agrees with me, and there's every once in a while, yeah,
Star smooth.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
and there's every once in a while that I agree with him. So,
Very,
but yeah, I
few and
mean,
far between.
I hate as much as I don't want to say this,
Right.
you know, but
The man got a
And,
point.
and
He's
I
right.
will say it was a
Yeah.
loaded question because I already knew the answer.
Right,
I already
I
knew
kinda-
that's why you.
That's good. That's a good question.
Yeah, that was a great
There you
question.
go.
That's a great
my
question.
dad was a airframe specialist for Boeing and Northrop Grumman up to year 2000.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
And so he made the money. He did.
Safe to say.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, he had me coming out there working with him, and I did right out of high school, and I found out who my superintendent was.
Mm.
You know what I did? I walked out, and it pissed him off.
Damn.
Do you know who my superintendent was? My dad.
Oh.
And I said, "Fuck no, hell no! You're going to be expecting more out of me than everybody else. Hell no, I don't think
Hell
so.
to the no.
I don't think so, Dad.
No.
I really don't. And I hate to bring this up because at his funeral, all the guys that was there was a couple of guys there that I was going to work with at that time, and they remember that, you know, and everything. And they said, "Oh yeah, we remember that. Yeah, we remember when you walked out. You pissed wee off, you know." and
Wee-wee.
yeah, that was his.
Hey yo.
Yeah, that was his. That was his.
Pause.
That was his nickname because his initials was W.E. Martin,
Oh, okay.
and so they called him
They
Wee
call him
Wee.
Wee-wee.
Yeah, hey Wee Wee. You know, and
That's
everything.
crazy.
makes me
Pause.
want to. Hey, makes me sound like I need to go Wee Wee. You know, but I mean, Dad was. I mean, everybody loved Dad out there. You know, and everything because he treated it was like a Herb Kelleher thing. He treated his employees
Like family.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
like family. You know, we would go over to people's houses. I remember, you know, and so, but yeah, I mean, Dad did it. He started the year I was born, and everything, or a couple months before February of '67, a couple months before I was born, because he knew what he had to do, and he did what he was supposed to do as a husband and as a father.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, yeah, I mean, there is money into it. Airframe, I think airframe, and he did avionics. He did
Damn.
avionics on
Okay.
a Challenger, Columbia, and Discovery.
Damn.
He did a rudder.
Shit.
He did a horizontal stabilizer and rudders on those three shuttles, and then the first 747 came out in 1967, and he has done up to year 2000. He has done all of the 747s contract from Boeing. He did the rudders and the horizontal stabilizers all of those from 1967 to 2000.
Damn.
Of course, they're not
That's
flying anymore
Right.
or anything like that. But yeah, and there's been a couple times where he had to be called into, top secret Challenger example, and everything because he was part of that. And we weren't able to talk to him for about, I don't know, 2-3 months. And let me tell this story right quick, and then I'll be done.
Oh my god. Patrick, you go from never talking to like all of a sudden like, damn, you
Andy's
got
not here. Hey.
mouth diarrhea tonight.
Andy's not here.
I got so many questions I want to ask.
Okay, so hold on. So anyway, Challenger go up, exploded, right? That was down in Houston. Went down. The Challenger went down and everything. Dad comes home, sitting around the table. Dad's eyes are red. What's wrong, Dad? They were alive when they hit the water. They were alive when they were under the water.
Can I explain like all the NASA people are fucking idiots?
Yeah.
Just want to say that.
So they were getting when the
Nah, for
yeah.
real.
I mean, I'm not saying your dad was.
No. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But I mean, when the shuttle when the orbiter hit the water and went under, they were still getting bottles. Technically,
Yeah.
they drowned.
Damn.
They couldn't get
Which
out
is
there
a
that quick.
flaw in the design of the capsule.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and everything. But
they-
all he did was just the rudders and the horizontal stabilizer. That's all he did. And he did the avionics, in the cockpit.
Right.
And that's it.
Study electrogravitics and there's some technologies that are coming out. They're not quite out yet, but
they're on the way.
They're on the way.
They're on the way. Yeah.
Especially in the
And work for Airbus.
the space race right now. Like, there's basically if you haven't noticed, all the rich people are realizing like, hey, this shit's so fucked up. Like, we're at the point of no return, and it's already been proven that we are. That's why there's a huge race to get the fuck out of here, because they realize like we done fucked this planet up beyond recognition.
Yeah.
So like the person that can go and figure out how to get there economically, and how to do that, there's ways. And what's sad and what I hate about the whole NASA program and everything else is just a bunch of bullshit, because we've had, even like now that you hear the release finally, we've had in our possession space travel vehicles that literally require little to no fuel. Like look at the like I have. This is one of the people that's going to be on the show next week. He actually got footage of like a UAP, and I saw the footage today, and it was like literally, it was mind blowing, because it was from a ring camera, and it literally came right at the ring camera, and then did a hard left and just like went shot like it was like, I was like, oh shit, he's got some good actual footage. And it was funny because y'all were talking about 4K footage and everything else. And
that's
like, yeah,
wild.
he's got like literal
Real life.
ring fucking footage,
Yeah.
camera
Shit.
footage of this happening. But yeah, I have an entire. So when I was in college, I used to download people's computers.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I would literally go through people's computers, download them, and then like take the information I needed and delete the rest or whatever, and then I would burn to DVDs like stuff that I thought was interesting. So I have a whole file full of like stuff that has not been released, and I've yet to see to this day. On
Yeah, but he doesn't have my footage from the movie we shot 6 years ago.
Damn. So
Fuck you, asshole! I have it.
Damn.
One of my 7,000 hard drives.
shit. Now we're getting serious, boys.
Yeah, now we're
No,
getting personal.
I got it. It's all right.
So
I just don't have the drip. So go ahead.
So my question to you: so take money out of the equation. What
Yeah.
would you actually really like to do that doesn't like all your bills are paid, everything? This is what I tell every young person: take all the money out of the equation.
Yeah.
What would you actually really be passionate about and like to do?
I would design cars.
Design cars. There you
Yeah.
go. And that's what you need to follow. You need to follow that passion.
Yes, sir.
Like, what would you do differently than what the car? Because I'll tell you right now,
Tesla's in
cars that
Austin.
are on the market right now are just all cookie cutter. They all look the fucking same.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the problem is with the car industry is they know what sells, and they base a car based on what sells.
True.
But the problem is there's no originality. And we're at a impasse right now where people want something that doesn't look like every fucking car on the road.
That's
Which is the whole
facts.
reason why, like, my buddy Raymond called me the other day and was like asking, like, hey, where's your Tesla? I'm surprised you didn't get a Tesla by now. I'm like, bitch, every Tesla looks the fucking same.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, literally, they got
Right.
the same front, the same
Yeah.
back. It's like, it's whether it's a fucking hatchback or whatever.
a
I'm like,
sedan, yeah.
it looks like the
Model
same fucking
Literally.
car. Like,
Like a fucking frog. Look a fucking
the only
frog.
one that has a different style is the Cybertruck, and he
That's
went
right.
fucking left field with that
Yeah.
shit, and it's
Yeah.
still not released.
Yeah, they did. They built the first one out the other day.
Yeah, they just built the first one.
That's
Come on,
sad.
G. You got 1,000 more to go. 10,000
Yeah,
more to go.
and I'm like going, dude, you promised this 5 years ago.
Yeah,
like, what
literally.
the fuck?
You know what? I don't even want no more. I don't even want that shit no more.
But that's the problem, and that goes back to a business sense again, like where, as much intelligence as Elon has,
Right.
some of his business shit that he's done, I'm just like going, what?
the
I'm
fuck?
scratching my head. I'm
Right.
going, I would have never fucking done that in a year because I had done business dealings with Twitter. So I was like, when I saw or heard that he was gonna first, I was like, has he lost his fucking mind? And then when he bought it for
And
that
once he
amount, I
did it, I
go,
was like,
he's lost his fucking
Yeah, no,
mind.
seriously. He has too much fucking money.
Yeah, he
It's
got
like
too much money.
confirmed.
Yeah, he has too much money. He has way too much
At
money.
this point, we're just living in a Simpsons episode.
But like the stuff that he's done
True that.
innovation wise with like Tesla and stuff and the unibody
Yeah.
and the way he's stamped the with the gigapress and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some revolutionary stuff that he's done, but it's like, but you've done
What are
so
you
many
doing?
fucking stupid
Right.
shit.
Right.
And I'm
Seriously.
like
The good and the bad.
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
like-
Doesn't balance.
and I think that's a perfect principle of somebody that has great ideas, great
Right.
intentions,
Mm-hmm.
but has just
Execution.
stretched himself so thin that he's not focusing
Right.
where he needs to focus.
Right.
Exactly.
Like the Cybertruck, perfect example. Like it's a great idea, great concept, but the thing is, by the time he comes to market, this is another business thing. By the time he comes to market, there's like 15 other fucking competitors that have already
Right.
came out and have one
And better
better.
ones.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Because why? Because he
took
took,
too long.
this idea that's
Yeah.
5 years old
Yeah,
now.
literally.
In technology
Literally.
A's,
That's
That's like
20
5 years
years.
old, you're a dinosaur.
Yeah. Seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
Seriously, bro.
I mean, look at the Hummer. I mean, the fucking crab walk and all that shit, and
Right,
like
like, come on.
1,000 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it's an energy sucker just like it was when it was a gas guzzler.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, would I rather buy a Hummer or would I rather buy a Cybertruck?
Exactly.
I'd fucking rather buy a Hummer. Like
100%.
it's fucking badass.
Hell yeah.
I could run over a goddamn
I mean, back in the
Cybertruck.
And it's been out more longer.
Right.
It's been out longer.
It's been
too.
out longer. They got
Yeah.
a reputation. You know.
That's
what I mean?
true. Yeah.
And that's the thing is like he may come to market with it, but there's no proof of concept. Like
Right.
there's nothing on the road that says whether it can do what it can do.
Exactly. And you ain't got no.
So like you're
validation
just
on
buying hopes and dreams,
Right.
and that's the problem. Like you can do that to a certain extent, and Elon has been successful, but not 5 years.
it. Yeah, 5 years is
Your
crazy.
hopes and dreams are
That's
shattered.
crazy. Yeah.
They're gone by that point.
Yeah.
They're gone, like done.
Yeah. Like
So if you
dust.
could take anything away from both y'all, like in business, like just learn from example from all of these people that have been successful in their own right, but also made catastrophic fucking failures. Like ones that the Twitter one is actually affecting his other companies.
Right. Yeah.
It's actually devalued other companies, and like they've lost hundreds of billions.
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous the amount of money they've lost because he focused all of his attention in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't spread yourself thin.
Yeah, don't.
Focus on
Take it
one
from me.
thing.
Yeah.
Wise words.
Do it right.
Yeah.
Then replicate the model.
Okay.
For sure.
You know that's
Hey.
if anything you can take away. Like seriously,
Also,
like
be a leader. Don't be a
do it-
boss.
bam,
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Words of wisdom.
The 3 P's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's it.
Damn, man.
All right, at the 3 hour mark. Woo! Bam!
Wow.
You guys
Wow,
are
y'all some real
fucking
pros. Y'all some real
great.
pros. Yeah, y'all some
Yeah.
real pros, man. Hey, I just want to say,
Classic.
this is my first ever podcast appearance. You know what I mean? Me and him have been talking about starting our own podcast.
This is
But
badass.
we wanted to say before we start our own, we wanted to, he's always mentioned us to us about how his podcast means to him. So we want to show him support, and we want to say we love what y'all doing, and y'all got something, man. Y'all got something
Yeah.
for real. Like,
Well,
Fire.
thank you.
yeah, this is nice. Nah,
Yeah.
Thank
man,
you.
I really appreciate y'all having us on, man.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate
You
it.
didn't have to let us in, but y'all did, and I really appreciate
Yeah, I
y'all.
really
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
it. Yeah.
For real, man.
Y'all want to come back? like I said, just let me or Devin know.
Definitely.
Don't let Andy know. He won't.
Well, actually, we want to make sure Andy's here.
No,
Yeah.
seriously. No, for real.
Yeah.
He was here, but he
Even if
wasn't
we
here.
have to have a cardboard cutout.
Yeah. Yeah, you might just have you.
He
we
might
have-
talk.
yeah,
He
yeah.
might talk less if we have cardboard.
Yeah.
Well, it has been kind of quiet
Right.
tonight.
No, it has. Y'all gave Patrick more time to talk.
I know. Like, damn, this is the most I've seen Patrick talk.
Well, I mean, I've
He's
been
expressing his feelings.
I've been
God, you know,
trying.
you're talking about his life and shit.
Yeah.
we
So,
love it. We love
but
it.
yeah,
We love it.
anytime that if you want to come back or
Yeah.
whatever, you know,
Next
like
time
I
we gonna
said,
have you
let
on
Devin
ours.
know or let me
Yeah.
know, and I mean, we'll have you back.
No,
you
y'all
know?
got to be on ours next.
Okay,
Be
that's
bad.
fine.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I've
Y'all gotta
been
be on
I've
ours.
been invited to a couple podcasts
Yes,
and
sir.
everything, and I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the things I love about podcasts is
Yeah.
being on other podcasts. And
Yeah.
stuff and
No, I love
sharing
it.
that.
I love
yeah,
it. I love it, man.
I've been invited to a couple and
Hell yeah.
everything, and I mean, I'm gonna do one, and then the one that that I'm talking to, I think that
gonna be
me
good.
and Devin should be on that one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not going to lead the guy that I partnered up with in the very beginning
Mm-hmm.
behind. I'm just going to say, okay, we're going to go do this one.
this real
so,
quick.
And that's
yeah.
actually how I got interested in this altogether was
Right.
I was at Dallas Live. I don't know if Patrick, did you remember or did you see or hear about that?
What?
I got invited to a podcast at Texas
Oh, yeah.
Live, Dallas Live or whatever it is. And it was like full on studio and everything. And I went there and I was like going, dude, I don't know what to fucking say. This was back like during the comedy tour thing,
Okay,
right? So I was
okay.
like, okay, this is
Yeah, that's
promotion.
back like in 2015 or something.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
promotion and stuff for like the comedy tour and everything else to kind of get things ramped up and everything. And so I was like, well, shit, I gotta go. And it
Right.
was just like, I love like I went in there going, oh my god, like I don't know what to
what to do.
expect,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And then like they gave us a few drinks and shit. We were all drinking and like just bullshit. And I'm
Right.
like, dude, I like this. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Nah, it's chill.
this is almost like
Yeah.
therapeutic.
You know, seriously.
Well, I
seriously.
mean,
that's one thing.
And that's when like him and
This
our conversations
became-
3-4 hours, and I'm like, and I
Right.
realized his anxiety and everything. I was
Right.
like, this is
Right.
a perfect
Yeah,
platform to
he's seen
get
the
out.
anxiety, so have y'all.
Yeah, right. No, we've
Yeah.
seen it. Yeah. So,
And I'm
it's
like,
kinda same
everybody
for us,
should
you know?
have a platform to like get it
Express.
out.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Right.
And that's like the whole premise of Frustration Unlimited.
Yeah.
Like let
Let it
out
out.
your
Your frustration.
frustration.
Yeah.
Well, the
Get
thing,
it out.
the thing is that I mean, I want to let out a lot of shit.
I know
I
you got a
really
lot.
do.
I know
He does,
got
but
a
he's like
lot
he's
of
always
shit.
filtering, and I'm
No,
like, dude,
seriously.
stop fucking filtering.
Well, I
We're
can't.
uncut, unedited,
Yeah.
and
No, but
uncensored.
the
motherfucker.
thing-
Unlimited, goddammit.
Yeah, but the thing is that all of it is 90% personal.
Right.
And
yeah.
I don't want the whole fucking world to know my shit.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's,
know,
I
you
feel
know what I'm
that, I
saying?
feel that, I feel
But
that.
I mean, I can talk about the anxiety. I can talk
See, me,
about the
I
heart
don't give a
attacks,
fuck, 'cause
panic.
I'm like, if somebody can take a lesson away from it, then like,
Fuck
fuck
it,
it,
right?
let
Well-
my pain be somebody's
Heal you.
glory. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
you know.
I get it. I mean, but I mean, we're
That's why it works. 'Cause
We're-
I got that, you know?
yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit
chemistry.
older, so but yeah, it's just
It
I
works.
try. It works. I
Yeah.
try to, I try to say some stuff and everything, and sometimes it's like when Andy's not here. Look what I'm doing. I'm talking.
Right.
Yeah, you're
And-
not just saying,
Yeah.
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 Because because it's the whole time. He's
Yeah.
talking. He's talking. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, dude. And then-
literally, like
yeah.
half the podcast. Andy, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I mean, Andy's a good guy,
Right.
and everything, and he adds a lot to the podcast and everything. But I mean, yeah, it's nice sometimes when he's not fucking here,
Right.
Some
space, you know
and
what I
everything.
mean?
Y'all
He-
probably said the same thing when I wasn't here.
Actually,
In Chicago, that was a great podcast. I will
Actually,
say y'all did an amazing job. I was very impressed.
actually, it was. We got along that night.
Yeah,
man.
no, y'all did. Y'all literally assumed the position of like me and you, like
Oh,
literally,
yeah.
like interviewing.
Yeah,
and I was
with
like,
with Dennis. Yeah,
like the content and everything was like fucking golden. Like the stories, everything was like
Yeah,
amazing. And like,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm sitting here in Chicago going, "Fuck, I missed this."
Missed a good one. Yeah.
I'm like sitting outside of a bar. Everybody else is inside drinking, getting
yeah,
sloshed.
and he's
I'm like
outside.
going,
He's outside
"Fuck,
watching
I wanna be
us.
here."
on
Yeah,
the
watching a
podcast.
Nah, that's
You
how you
know?
know, man. That's how y'all know y'all got a real passion for this, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
And y'all got a real gift at it too.
Yeah,
Y'all
well,
had the
thanks.
chemistry
Appreciate
and
it.
everything.
Yeah.
And
Well,
again,
maybe next
appreciate
time. I mean, maybe next time that you're here, Andrew will be here.
y'all. Oh yeah, or maybe not.
He'll probably catch.
know, you
He'll
never
probably
know.
catch COVID the next
Catch
time.
COVID.
Or
You know what's
Ebola,
funny?
or
His
Ebola or whatever.
tagline when he leaves the show, "Catch you like COVID."
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he should change that shit.
Yeah, maybe he should jinx himself.
Hey,
He
Andy,
used to.
He jinxed himself.
If you're listening to this right now, you should change your tagline, brother.
Yeah.
you gotta change it.
You just got
I
told.
think he got I think he got tired and he just left.
Yeah,
well,
I
that
think
was
so.
like 3
Went to
hours
sleep.
ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, shit.
but I mean, like I said, he's not a bad guy, and I just like making fun of him, and he likes making fun of me.
Hell yeah.
And I
That's why it
mean,
works.
and it's all good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't take anything he says personally, and he's the same thing.
Mhm.
He don't take anything. I mean, none of us do,
Right,
Yeah.
that's why.
and
y'all
everything.
got the-
And I mean, we're like a family,
Yep.
and
I
everything.
can definitely sense that. Y'all act like brothers for sure.
Yeah.
Who? Me
Y'all like
and
me and
Andy?
him. No, y'all, all y'all. all three
Oh,
of y'all.
okay. All right. Well, okay.
All right.
So let me know if y'all need any help with your build or
for
if
sure.
the
For
design,
sure.
anything like
No,
that. Like I
honestly.
said, we ran into so many fucking headaches and nightmares in this little space.
But y'all got it done though. Y'all,
In this little,
y'all got
oh
it.
yeah,
178 episodes later.
oh,
Dude, and it's
God.
funny because people like watch the the episodes and stuff, and then they come in the studio. They're like, "Oh my god, I thought it was way bigger."
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was gonna be bigger. I didn't, because I've
Yeah.
seen it and I've seen how y'all have it. I just see like, okay, it's a room.
Yeah.
It's like a room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if people expect like a whole studio, like a big thing. I don't know, but
But I mean, yeah, it took us how long did it take us? It took us almost 4, 5, 6 months to do it.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time we thought we were getting close to the finish line, it was like,
It was like, nah, more
nope,
stuff.
we
Yeah.
need more.
Yeah.
And
Shit.
then of course Amazon, they started fucking jacking our rates up
Oh,
on
my
everything. I was like,
God.
those motherfuckers.
Believe me, our cars were floating everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
God,
were.
it sucked.
Yep. Our,
And it's funny because people ask me, it's like, so how much was the bill total?
This, right? Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you don't fucking want to know.
no, you don't want to know.
Seriously.
You don't want to
Damn.
know.
It's not like something you can just hand
Wake
over
up.
your credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care of it for me.
Nah, it takes
Unless
time.
unless you have like a $30,000 credit limit on,
Shit.
Oh.
Good luck. If you have that, well, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that we got pretty lucky in doing this and everything because I mean we split everything in half.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good, man.
our
y'all are
to
good
me
team.
we did. You know what I'm saying? So I mean I
In
was
the
in,
beginning.
I was in here, huh?
I said in the beginning.
Well, yeah, I know, I know, but
This new board cost me a fucking arm and a leg and a kidney.
well, we,
Not the kidney.
yeah, well, I don't have a comment on that one.
Shit.
So, but yeah, I was in here every day just doing the tiles.
Hey, Patrick, has your microphone cut out since the new board?
No.
There you go.
Okay.
Shit. Damn.
So we had this problem,
Is
like, every time, like,
cut
we would...
Out.
Yeah, fuck, quit hitting the mute button, asshole. No, we had this problem every time we, like, had a conversation, like, somebody else was
Yeah.
talking, his mic would cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I didn't design it that way.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was not on
That's
me.
just how it was.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we started out with the cheap ass mics.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh,
and
yeah, dude, our
everything.
Way up.
mics were, they
Yeah.
were
Worked way up on that.
And then these, I think Misty got me this in the arm. And
Okay.
so, I came in with this and then they followed after.
Right.
Because
Yeah, so he came in with that,
sounded
and I was like,
better.
I like the sound of it. I
Mhm.
like the lower tones and
Right,
stuff.
right,
It was
right,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
as
Sounds crisp.
high pitched.
Right,
Yeah. It was real clear, especially if
That
you
sounds
listen to
squeaky.
it on other platforms. And
Yeah,
stuff,
I've heard
the
y'all on
audio.
Spotify before. It's good.
Yeah, like
it's good.
it's
It's
real
clear,
clear. It's
yeah.
real clean. I was like going, okay. So then I bought this one, and then I bought that one,
We
and then
kept-
for Andy's birthday
You bought that one.
or whatever, I bought that one. I was like,
Yeah,
fucking
we
happy
kept
birthday.
giving Andy the cheap one because he sounded like a little bitch. So, but anyway.
Yeah, man.
All right,
There
and
it
then
was.
we could talk more off of this and
Sure.
everything and all that.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Sir.
We will catch you next Tuesday. Hopefully, we have a
Yes,
special
sir.
guest for you, and we will have some UAP UFO footage. I'm hoping and praying.
Yeah,
Look at these guys over here.
they're
Break it
happy.
down, break it down.
They're happy.
You guys did amazing. Thank you
It's past
again
my
for
bedtime.
coming.
Shout y'all.
All right,
I'm
everybody.
old.
Catch you
Yes,
on
sir.
Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
I'm
not gonna catch